And here we go. All
right, guys, welcome to Deep Thrust. Today we are all over the place. I am spilling shit to start the show. On top of that, we had technical difficulties almost like 90% of the morning today, and then a no-show. So we're having a good day today. But anyways, that being said, just to get into the news today before we get into our intros, do you remember the defensive tackle that was signed? Houston re-signed a defensive tackle for like $95 million over 5 years. I cannot remember his name to save my life.
I do not know his name.
We will find it here in a second.
ESPN shows the last transaction was March 20th. Defensive tackle on March 18th, Hassan Ridgeway and Sheldon Rankins.
You need Twitter for this one. That means ESPN wrote an article. I don't care about an article. Twitter! You can tell that I'm not in it today.
Yes.
I got here late on top of all of that. So, we're going to try to jump on Twitter really quick and figure out who the heck got signed.
Sheldon Rankins?
Yes.
Well, that's who I said. He's like, no, that's an ESPN thing, but...
That was March 20th. He literally just got signed.
And he was under...
There's Hassan
Extension.
There's Hassan Ridgeway, too.
Yeah, that on the same day.
Yeah.
Is that the DN?
They're 2 days apart. No, they're both D tackles. So
yeah.
Hassan Ridgeway played for the Niners, the Colts, and the Eagles, and now he's with the Texans. And Sheldon Rankins obviously played for the Jets and the Saints. So they seem like they're shoring up their defensive line.
Who's on Tennessee?
So
It was the Tennessee Titans that got re-signed and extended.
On the Titans, not the Texans?
I thought you said the Texans.
Yeah, you said the Texans.
Oh, the guy lied again. What's the difference? It's definitely Houston, or I keep saying Houston. It's definitely Tennessee. I just saw.
Jeffrey Simmons.
Is that who it was? That sounds
Titans
right.
signed Jeffrey Simmons to a huge contract for Sports Illustrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the one. That's like $95 million for 5 years or
April
something like
7th.
You're a little late, Ryan, but...
So.
A four-year deal with $94 million total. $66 million of that is guaranteed.
Jeez.
And it has a fifth-year option. It includes a fifth-year option for the number 19 overall pick back in 2019.
Okay.
I hope they got an out in like 2 years because that's not worth $95 million.
That's a lot of money. What do you think that signing's? Why do you think they did that signing? I mean, that's a lot of money. He's produced. Do you think they're just trying to get him a contract?
Show me the money.
Well, it's not even. I think there's just. I think they're getting ahead of the contracts.
The problem with that is you're at the end of the day you're going to lose that battle because you're going to bet on somebody that doesn't work out.
Well, but he's already got production on the field. I just think they're getting ahead of the contracts, and the situation there is that.
So Ryan, why do you love it while they still keep continuing?
Well, I would say in that situation, what I think that Houston's doing is shoring up that defensive line, and Vrabel can worry about the secondary and the offense.
Yeah.
And then this way that the front office doesn't have to stress too much about that position. Yeah. And now they can worry about the quarterback because we already know defenses can get you there. The quarterback sometimes is just that extra piece that puts you over the top.
Yeah, and they definitely need help on the offensive side all over the ball. I mean, you need wide receivers. You have Traylon Burks. Other than that, you really don't have anybody there as a number two that, you can shore up. Ryan Tannehill is probably going to be done at the end. He's probably being cut.
I wouldn't be shocked if they actually are a team that would blows everybody's mind and goes for, like, JSN. Like
Jackson's, yeah, I mean,
because
there was a mock that I saw that they took him at 11.
Yeah, I can see that because you keep Tannehill for another year. Tannehill's not that old. I think he's like 32, 33. And Tannehill hasn't really shown regression. Tannehill's Tannehill.
He's been Tannehill.
Yeah, like
he's been.
They got what they paid for, and that's
34.
Tannehill. Okay, so
he's the same age as Kirk Cousins.
And
he's always been a game manager, so I could see him.
Here's the thing.
Well, he doesn't throw all that much, and especially with Derrick Henry.
In Miami, he threw a ton. He threw downfield a ton.
Well, that was his first few years.
But he's Jimmy G-esque. That's what I compare him to.
Jimmy G's a little more consistent, accurate.
Yeah, but I'm saying with how much he throws. Jimmy G doesn't throw 30, 40 times
right
a
now.
game.
Right now.
I could see him taking JSN because you have Traylon Burks on one side, you have JSN on the other, with Derrick Henry in the middle.
But I also think
definitely could help.
I also think with the Titans situation in there, like you also now if you just pay Tannehill another year or two, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you just pay him another year.
Because what you can do is let's hope that our defense, like I said, it's shored up with Simmons in the front. Now you can go after the quarterback. If you keep Derrick Henry another year and try to trade him, I think Derrick Henry's got a solid year still in him. You actually pushed with A.J. Brown, Corey Davis, Derrick Henry, and a solid defense. And no. Like you actually pushed for a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
It just so happened you lost,
Sorry.
I think, in the second round because they beat the Ravens in the first round, I think.
I think so.
Or maybe it was the other way around.
I would say Ryan.
Maybe it was the other way around.
I think they lost to Houston that year, was it?
Right. So I think they beat the Ravens in the first round, and then I think it might have been Houston.
Yeah, because they were up on Houston in that game.
I don't think Houston
they were
made it
up
to the
by like
playoffs
2 or 3
that year.
touchdowns.
Yeah.
I don't think Houston made it to the playoffs.
Right now it's Traylon Burks, Racy McMath, Nick Westbrook-Ikine, Reggie Robertson, Kyle Phillips, and Mason Kinsey as their
Well, and that's why.
But they don't have any tight ends either, so I could see them taking a tight end at 11.
They have a tight end.
Dalton Kincaid.
Jacosium and Conquo.
I would say, yeah, that's their one, and then Kevin Rader.
That is a solid one based on his production last year.
I mean, there's still wide receivers you can go out and sign. I mean, there's tons of guys. You got.
And Steve likes to call them rare metals.
Yeah.
Because he can't say Jacosium.
You got Zacchaeus. He's a free agent. I know that.
Zacchaeus.
Well, I don't know if Olamide a guy I'd go after because I think that's what Westbrook-Ikine is.
But I'm saying there's guys out there. Rashard Higgins. I mean,
no, that's why I said
guys.
JSN. I say JSN if Traylon Burks comes back at 50% of what he was expected to be, and he did show some production towards the end of the year when he came back. If he comes back, you have Jackson Smith and Jigba, and you have Tannehill throwing the ball. To me, that's A.J. Brown and Corey Davis all over again. And then Ikine's still been there since all those guys were there. Then you still have Ikine. And then the only thing you have to worry about is maybe draft a running back in the second or third round.
Which this is so.
I would say third round because you're going to need a defense. You need a corner or safety in the second round.
So you think they're just paving the way to take a wide receiver as of right now, which I completely agree with.
I think so. I think if you shore up the defense in the offseason and you give yourself that ability, like you said, go younger in the draft for
offensive
shore up
weapons,
defense in the offseason, and then go. This is more of an. It's not an offensive draft; it's a defensive draft. But this is a place where you can get value.
That's what I was
at
about to spin
offense
off
because
of.
you don't have to reach for guys. Now,
Exactly.
I don't think JSN is a reach at 11. They have 11, right?
I take him in the top 5.
Yes.
He's going to produce.
Yeah, so I don't think at 11 that's reaching for
not at all.
JSN. Now, will he be there? We don't know. He could be a top 10 pick.
Who knows if they trade up with? I mean, you can get in the 8. You can trade up with the Raiders maybe.
I mean,
for some value, but so going off of.
I think the last mock I saw was the Titans trading or doing a trade with the Raiders.
So going off of what you said about it being, obviously this is a heavy defensive draft. There's no question about that. But like you said, you get value at these offensive pieces because defensive guys are going so early. So a lot of these guys are getting pushed back later and later and later. There's a lot of value in wide receiver, running back, all over the field. A lot of guys that haven't been talked about because it's such a heavy defensive draft. And that's what we've done on the show is we've deep dived. If you guys want to go back and look at our offensive rankings for wide receivers, tight ends, running backs, quarterbacks, we've deep dived into a ton of these guys that not a lot of people have talked about because people are so in love with this defensive draft. But like KJ said, the amount of value that's there offensively, the Titans may look like they're not doing a lot in the offseason to help their offense, but they're going to get value in this draft and get younger and build up and be competitive. At the end of the day, you want to win games. And,
right.
I mean, you're not going to tank
so
year. You want to be competitive every day, every game, every year. I mean,
right.
it's just part of the reason.
And we see with Vrabel, like that team defensively is a great signing with Vrabel because it's just going to make his job easier on the defense.
And he's a defensive guy anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Now the other thing in the news, you guys said that Mixon's.
They recharged him in Cincinnati.
Yeah, they refiled his charges. I can't remember what they were, but it was.
Well,
it was criminal menacing.
Okay.
Is that because of the original one from him brandishing a gun?
No,
not the one at his house, right? The one at his house was his sister, I thought.
That's right, but that's the one that they are. Waving a gun around.
Yeah, brandishing a weapon.
Inducing panic, brandishing a weapon.
Use the correct terms, legal guy. It's brandishing.
Aggravated menacing. Sorry.
Yeah, there you go. So aggravated menacing, which essentially, like I said, is brandishing a weapon.
Yeah.
That's what they're going after, his brandishing of the weapon.
Yeah.
I think the law is aggravated
all over
menacing.
Kids playing Nerf guns out in a yard.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. Yeah, but wasn't it at night too?
So.
You're on my property. It's legal in Ohio. Castle doctrine.
Were they on his property? Or
yeah, they were. They were running through his yard.
And if somebody's shooting gun, now granted, Nerf guns are
you're just
they don't sound like
click,
guns.
Click, rather than.
But let's be honest.
Explosion.
So I get what you're saying.
Well, the question is, did he point? The real question is, did he point the gun at the kids, or did he just go out with a gun?
So
because one is criminal, one is not.
So it says aggravated criminal menacing. So I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, so I really don't know how they charge it. But so going back to what you're saying, it was dark. They were outside. Let's be honest. He probably doesn't live in the worst city. He probably lives in a nice city, which I still
hope he's not
understand.
living in Cincinnati. It's one of the worst cities.
It's one of the worst cities in the country for crime.
Yeah, but I doubt he's living in a suburb. There's no way.
Like when you said that, I was like, I don't know.
There's a lot of guys that play for the Browns that live like in Orange and stuff like that. They're all over the. I mean, obviously these guys aren't going to be in the city.
It's a pretty rundown area outside of that area. Like actually, we had one of our trucks get shot in the inner city area for where I work, and there's bullet holes on the side. So like that area down there is not always the safest area.
I got some family down in Cincy. They're in the suburbs,
but here's what we're going to do.
Dicey.
Here's what we're going to do today. Obviously, we think that Cincinnati Bengals. We've already talked about them possibly moving on from Joe Mixon.
Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't move on from him. I mean, he's coming up at the end of his contract. I mean, he hasn't produced consistently enough to be on the field. He's missed a lot of games. I mean, you got a good guy in Samaje Perine.
Perine's gone.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Chris Evans.
Chicago.
Not Chris
Yeah,
Evans.
Chris
Yeah,
Evans.
Chris
He's got
Evans.
Captain. They've got Captain America.
Chris Evans. They drafted him, I believe, either last year or the year before last.
Yeah, last year.
And
he was a rookie
he's
last
a
year.
Joe Mixon-esque type of guy. He can kind of play all over the field.
2 years ago.
Okay, my
Because
bad.
I think they had Chris Evans the year before. Because remember, we and you had this argument, didn't we, earlier? Because I think he was a 2020 draft, not 2021.
So, I mean, do we think he'll...
Nah, I lie. I think he's a 2021 draft, not 2022. I keep doing that. I keep skipping 2020.
Yes, 2021.
Yeah, so this is his third year in the league.
Okay.
Right.
So, hey, maybe you want to see what you have with him, since you only got a year
I think they
left
know
on
what
his
they have
contract
with
after
him.
this.
I think they're going to draft a running back.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
this is such a
Bijan?
we've talked about this.
Bijan.
You can get Jameer in the second round. So we've talked about this situation where Travion
Johnson.
I don't. Is that a running back?
Last name's Ryan.
I think that is his last.
Yeah.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know because I don't know who he's talking about.
Travion Williams.
Oh, yeah. But that's later. That's like fourth round.
Yeah.
No, he's with them right now. He's same age
No, you're thinking of...
as Chris Evans. He's 25, 5'8", 206.
You're thinking like...
But he's been in the league since 2019.
So he's not going to make a roster spot. You can make fun of me all day. That's cool.
No, he's been
'Cause
practice squad guy.
I'm not the one throwing out no-namers. Yeah. So, but I didn't know about Travion.
Yeah. So going off of that real quick, running back, what do you think fits with Cincy? Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan. I obviously like Bijan. Bijan, I think, is going to produce anywhere he goes.
We've had the
long as he
conversation,
starts.
though, that Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan kind of can go just about anywhere and be productive anywhere. But I did have this conversation with you guys, fantasy purposes. I don't like Bijan in Cincy.
No.
Because they don't utilize the run game. He might have 18 attempts a game, if that.
Yeah,
and
they're
I
very
think that really limits his production on the field. And I think if Bijan's going to go anywhere, it's going to go to a team that's willing to pay a running back. And I don't think that's Cincinnati. And they've already figured out that I think Cincinnati's one of those teams that I think they're going to opt out on Joe Mixon on his opt-out year, or this year if they can get out of his contract with all of the bullshit going on off the field. Not really, because Nick Chubb only gets 15 to 16 attempts. And if you're going to use him as a 4-down back or a 3-down back, he's going to get somewhere around 22 to 28 attempts.
And a guy who, part of the problem with Bijan is he doesn't catch out of the backfield.
Attempts is touches. They're the exact same stat. If you're attempting, you have to touch the ball. If you're touching the ball, you had to have attempted. Exact same stat.
So even 18 touches, so Bijan isn't more. He's not a.
Yep. Touches would assume that he's receiving the ball. So I guess if he is going to receive the ball, you would also have to include his touches there. But no, 18 total. 18 total. You're right. I think 18 total. That's including all touches. So, because I think if you look at Joe Mixon, he might only get 16 to 20 touches a game.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they are a very pass-heavy team because of the way they're built. I mean, you got T. Higgins, you got Jamar Chase.
I think they're 60-40. I think they're 60 pass, 40 run, maybe 70-30, maybe 70-30.
I would say 70-30.
But you can't forget Joe Mixon is a receiving back also. Yeah. He can catch the ball.
That's what I'm saying. They use Mixon more in the red zone area.
And that's what I think Ryan's trying to say is that Bijan would be utilized in a pass game because he's capable of doing all of it. I don't like him going to Cincy. If I'm going to utilize a guy in Cincy, if I were Cincy,
Jameer.
I would get a guy. Well, no, I don't know if Jameer. I would, and I don't know if there's one in this class. No, you need a running back that can also block.
Yeah.
So maybe a Tyjae Spears. He's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, you lost that. With
Or oh my
Piran.
God, the kid behind Bijan.
From Texas.
I would like a guy like that because you're going to get him late. It's not. It's.
No, I have him.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
Rashawn
Johnson. Rashawn Johnson. Him right there, I wouldn't be opposed to that because he can block, and that's what he did for Bijan last season. Like Bijan, there was areas where like he was in for the blocking purposes, and he's a big boy, 6'2", 225. I wouldn't be opposed to them taking a guy like that in the maybe fourth round.
And that's what you lost with Piran, because if you go back and watch their playoff game against the Kansas City Chiefs, they pulled Mixon because he is not a great blocker because that right side of the line was falling in on Joe Burrow.
The only reason they had Piran. That's the only reason they had Piran for blocking
He's an
purposes.
extra blocker. He's an extra lineman, essentially, for them.
So let's get into what we were going to talk about today. We were going to talk about defensive backs, cornerbacks today. Since somebody's not here today who did a lot of video watching on this and film study, we're going to switch this up today, and we're going to do some predictions for the NFL records based on who they play next year, home and aways.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to break this down team for team by division.
Tick for tat.
And based on current quarterback situations.
As of right now.
And what we'll say is if they do draft a quarterback, we'll try to preface it that it's going to be a plus or a minus on their wins.
Yes.
That we can see, like if we see, because we like C.J. Stroud, if we see C.J. Stroud going somewhere, it could be a +3. Which we personally all think C.J.'s probably going to go to Carolina.
And we love Ohio State, but that's here nor there. He's for sure the number one.
Before we get into that?
Yeah, sure. Let's do what they mean well, and then we'll get right into the record talks.
Especially because Ryan's on the chat. So the other big news was Tyreek. Tyreek Hill saying, I had this for Wednesday, at least the one, but we didn't do it Wednesday. But Tyreek Hill is also planning to retire after the 2025 season.
He'll be 32 at that point.
But the first one is Lamar doesn't want a fully guaranteed contract. He just wants one that's bigger than Deshaun Watson's.
I love that they came out. I don't know if he came out and said that or they came out and said that.
It's like a filibuster.
It is the most absurd thing. I don't want a fully guaranteed contract. I just want more guaranteed than Deshaun Watson. He literally has the highest guaranteed in the NFL.
Right.
So
unless you're trying to get like a Mahomes style contract, it's not happening.
Mahomes guarantees was only 160.
I thought it was 380.
No, he took a friendly deal.
No, I thought it was a 10-year, $580 million with like 2.
Hey, he got a shit ton in signing bonus.
Mahomes guarantees is 160, I think.
Yep.
Okay.
He got a lot of money in signing bonuses. It's the way they structure the contracts that a lot of people don't understand. And sometimes I even have a hard time understanding it. You have a really good idea of it, and you explain to me.
So me and Brandon, we have these arguments because he hates Mahomes' deal.
Well,
he thinks that Mahomes should have got a Lamar deal, or what Lamar's trying to get, because what Mahomes' deal is around 2025 or 2026, that he no longer has guaranteed money.
So Mahomes got a 10-year, $450 million with total guaranteed is 141.5.
Right. Do you see what I'm saying?
Which is ridiculous.
Okay. But here's the thing. His contract is set up so if he's healthy, he gets paid. So I think it's around 2026 or 2027, he has no roster, or not a roster bonus. He has no salary. Everything is roster bonus.
Yeah. So it's all as if
so
he's
what
on
happens
the team.
is if he's healthy and he's good, he's getting paid. And that's the kind of contract I think Lamar should sign.
And I think they try to do that with him.
I think they tried to do that with him. I think what they did is they copy and pasted Mahomes' contract, and they said, here, but we're only going to do it for 8 years, not 10.
And people may bash Mahomes for it, but he's smart for doing it because it also gives your team the money to do stuff.
Well, and it also assumes
around.
Let's say Mahomes has a knee injury, right? Yeah. And he can't make it in the first 5-6 weeks of the game. He's still my starting quarterback, so he's still going to get a roster bonus. So he's still getting signed that money. The problem is, I think Lamar wants in and Lamar wants out. So he wants the guarantee, so play 5 years, and he's gone.
Wait, Lamar wants in, but Lamar wants out?
Yeah, he wants to get his money, but he wants to leave the NFL and do something else.
Yeah.
I don't think Lamar wants to play till he's 40.
No.
That's my thought. That's
Well, not gonna.
That's my distinction.
They don't
that's
last.
how I feel.
Yeah,
think
running
he just
quarterbacks
wants to
don't
play.
last. Till
Michael
they're
Vick
40.
played till he was 42.
Well, that's also
Michael
because
Vick
he was
also was in the
how
jail
many
for
years?
5 years.
2. Jeez, he only missed 1.5 seasons, guys. Chill.
Was it only 2?
Yes.
But my thing with Lamar, I think he just
5
wants.
years.
I think he just wants the money, and I don't think he's.
Did you guys ever hear that joke, by the way?
Which one?
I'll have to get it to you guys later. There's a Michael Vick joke from back in the day about how him dogfighting, and somebody made a comparison that dogfighting is the same as a street fighting or something like that. It's a hilarious joke. I'll have to look it up. I about died laughing. I was like, I heard it last week, and it's like a 10-year-old joke.
So going back to our.
So we'll go back to the memo. What was the other half of that memo? Sorry, I apologize. We got
went
way
ahead.
off track.
I did what you guys normally do.
I
I
know.
talked the Tyreek Hill thing first.
Yeah.
But it's Tyreek Hill Dynasty managers, pointing at the cat. It's a very famous
That's
or
me.
meme. They're mad that he's going to retire, and now they have to switch up their whole strategy. And then Tyreek Hill is just the cat, like, hey, I'm doing my time and I'm getting the fuck.
What if? I mean, he might not though. Who knows?
No, he will. Johnny, you got up Spot Track. How old is Tyreek at the end of this contract? And I don't blame him.
31.
It's like $80 million he got in this contract, $78 million or something
He's
crazy.
smart.
No, it's 4 year, $120 million that he signed.
That's phenomenal.
He said that when Tyreek got the only reason why he was traded is because Christian Kirk's contract.
31. Yep.
Christian Kirk got the 4 year, $72 million, or 4 year.
And he's hands down way better than Christian Kirk.
Well, and he
Hands
said
down.
he went
Yeah.
to the Chiefs saying, "Hey, I can't let Christian make more than I can."
But do you think
But
he's
I-
better than AJ Brown?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Even at his
I
age,
don't- I
even
think
at
AJ
his
Brown's
age now,
better.
I'll take Tyreek Hill or AJ Brown.
but here's the thing: is that
Really?
that Tyreek went to the.
I love AJ Brown.
Tyreek went to the Chiefs organization saying, "Hey, I can't let Christian Kirk make more money than I can or that I am. What are you gonna do?" So they traded him to Miami, and then the week later he got his 4 year, $120 million.
All right. I mean, if that's the reason, I get it.
That's what
I
he
get
said.
it.
Yeah.
and so people.
That's the way Lamar's acting right now too. By the way, Lamar thinks he's better than everybody else, so he thinks he should get
Well,
paid.
yeah, but
the problem
Tyreek's
is
produced
the
some-
problem is you guys think Tyreek is, and nobody thinks Lamar.
So
is.
Tyreek,
Except for Lamar.
Well, so
And
Tyreek
that's fine.
has he's a UFA in 2027, but he has an out in 2025,
All right.
which is when he's planning on doing it.
But
He
you know what I
hasn't-
like about
so
Tyreek?
he'll be 31.
Wait, he signed till he's 2027.
2026 is the last season, so he'll be a UFA in 2027.
I think he'll play out his entire contract unless it's a point where they cut him.
Well, he said that he would retire at the 2025, which is
No, that's not what he said. Did
Yeah.
you watch? No, did you watch the video? He said, "I plan on retiring at the end of this contract."
Well, then everyone else is taking it out of context.
Yeah, they are.
probably
Because
are.
it said
Because
2025
everything
on
I'm
multiple Twitter.
I
things
bet
I've
you
seen.
everybody what they're saying is that his contract ends in the year where they have the opt out.
They're not going based off of the years it actually.
And it's
has
my
on
thing
it,
is
yeah.
like Ben Roethlisberger, like.
His cap hit in 2026 is $56 million.
Yeah, they're gonna cut him.
But if I were him, why would I retire
Right.
when I have $56 million guaranteed if I stay? He could get traded,
Oh yeah, I'm just saying.
but they have to pay him 50. It's a D-Hop situation right now,
Yes.
right? Same situation.
Right.
So, all right. That being said, D-Hop's not going anywhere. He's
gonna be
Get
cut.
cut.
D-Hub will be cut.
So, but we're gonna jump into the standings and what we think is gonna happen prediction-wise from here on out. And I'm sure we're gonna hear a whole bunch in chat from Ryan, whether I'm wrong or right. But let's go into, well, since Ryan's in the chat, let's move forward a little bit. Let's go into the AFC East first. All right, so let's talk about the Buffalo Bills. Home games, what we're going to do is we'll go each game and give me a win or a loss, and we'll tally it up essentially.
Okay.
So they play the Patriots at home.
That's a win.
That's a win. They play the Dolphins at home.
Well, yeah.
First game-
Same division. It's
First game.
we're gonna have one game.
that's a
home,
win.
One game away.
But well, let's just say it's early, right? Let's say they play them early. I think they take the win.
Yeah, I do.
So let's
two
go.
right now.
So you got 2 right now. So then you got the Jets,
That's a win.
Broncos,
I say that's a loss. I think Broncos bounce back very well, and
it depends on when they play them. If they play the Broncos early, maybe that's a win. If they play them later and they've come together, could be a loss.
So I'm going to put that as a loss.
You're going to put that as a loss.
Yes.
All right.
The Bills' defense is not nearly as good as
I actually agree with you. I also think the Broncos' defense is outstanding.
Yeah.
So Raiders, I think that's a win.
That's a win, yeah.
Cowboys.
That's tough.
It's another one.
Is it in?
I'm gonna say loss.
Is it in Dallas or at home?
No, these are home games. Still.
Oh, home games. Sorry. Yeah, I'll say that as a loss.
So you say the Cowboys will go into Buffalo and beat. Okay. Giants.
I'm gonna go with a loss. Call me crazy, but
do you have it down as a loss?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Bucks. I actually have that as a win, by the way.
I have the Bucks as a win.
I have the Giants as a win also. Jaguars.
Loss.
Wow. That's kind of crazy. All right, away. Patriots.
Win.
No way. I haven't beaten them one. This is the division is like a 50-50 shot across the board.
Every division is.
I got them taking one, winning one, taking one, winning one. Dolphins. Loss. Jets.
Win.
That sucks because.
Hold on.
Yeah, as of right now, we can say Aaron Rodgers might adjust that.
Yeah. If not, that's a split, I would say.
Commanders.
Win.
Chiefs.
Loss.
Chargers.
Loss.
Eagles.
Win.
Bengals.
Win. I have them 10-7.
So as of right now, I got I probably should do this differently.
So while he's doing that, I just want to touch on. So the Dolphins have lost. They lost some wide receivers. You got the Stephon Diggs thing going on. You don't know what's going on with that. You have a lot of what seems to be animosity going around in the locker room right now, and you lost a lot of pieces on your defensive side. So
I have them 8 and 9.
Okay.
You
got to remember,
that's under 500.
I am a Bills fan, and I have them at 10-7. I have them tied with the Jets.
I have them taking a huge step back. All right.
I said they're not making playoffs.
Wow. All right, that's crazy. All right, let's go on to the Patriots.
Patriots. You're not hating me for this, but that's
no,
fine.
you're good. You're good. Let's go on to the Patriots. Chiefs.
Loss.
Sorry, I screwed this up. All right. Chargers.
Loss.
Eagles.
Loss.
Commanders.
Win.
Colts.
Loss.
What?
Well,
against Minshew?
Oh, that's a good.
Who knows?
That's good. Well, we said as of right now.
As of right now.
So that's kind of crazy. Now that you said loss.
Am I allowed to do that though? With the
you can do whatever the hell you want to do.
Okay.
I don't care. Eagles. Oh, I already said Eagles, didn't I?
Yeah. You said Eagles, Commanders.
No, I went to the wrong team. Saints.
Loss.
Bills.
Win.
I think I had them splitting. So
yeah.
Dolphins.
Loss.
And Jets. These are all the home games.
Jets. We'll say win.
And then let's go to away games. The Broncos.
Loss.
Raiders.
Win.
Giants.
Loss.
Steelers.
Win.
Oh, that's a hard one for me.
Last
Steelers
game.
was a hard one for me.
As a toss-up.
Bills.
Loss.
Dolphins. And Jets. You got Dolphins. Where do you got that going?
Loss.
All right, and then Jets. So what
Win.
do you? I have them
8-9, last in the division.
I have them 7.
So the AFC East is going to be a very competitive
it's
division.
all sort of mixed up.
I have them 7 and 10. That's crazy.
So we're right around the same page.
Well, I mean, a lot of times you don't want to like go crazy. Like,
no, but you have the Mac Jones situation. They're currently trying to trade him. It seems he wants out.
I don't think he's going anywhere.
No, but
and honestly, everybody liked Bailey Zappa. I didn't like Bailey Zappa last year. If you look at the stats,
Yes, predicting.
Yes, we're predicting records for next year.
All right,
as of right now, with the teams the way they are prior to the draft.
So
the records that are currently showing in the teams are the records from last year.
For what?
The
up
AFC.
there?
Yeah.
Up there? Okay.
You want to do the Jets?
So, yeah, let's go into the Jets.
Okay.
And we got home games. We got Bills.
Win.
But this is, again, as of right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
trying to
you're
do.
still saying the Jets will win against Buffalo with who?
The
at quarterback?
Jets defense beat them last year at the
But
beginning
with
of the
who
year.
at their quarterback?
So we're doing
Jets
are we doing it?
defense
Hold on.
beat them last year at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
This is why I tell you to listen.
We're doing the Jets, right?
But there's no
You guys-
Mike. Yes, there's no
Yes.
Mike White. Is Flacco still there?
Zach Wilson beat him.
Yeah.
Do you really?
Actually, I think it was Flacco.
Do you really? Yes, it was. Do you really think that the man that loves football will beat the Bills?
You mean the man I love football?
Yes.
Not that loves football? Because that doesn't work.
well, man, I love
that'll be a
football,
Matilf.
MTLF.
So Dolphins. Do they beat the Dolphins?
Yes.
How about the Patriots?
Yes.
Chiefs.
No.
How about the Chargers?
No.
How about the Eagles?
No. I don't see them beating the Eagles. A little too good.
How about the Commanders?
Yes.
We got the Commanders losing every game so far. How about the Texans?
So you're saying that Brissett's not going to win many games?
No. The win. That team's just. That team needs some help. The wide receiver core is good, but I mean, running back, you don't. I mean, you got Antonio Gibson and you got Brian Robinson.
Falcons?
Robinson's the
Win.
All right. Bills again.
Loss.
Oh, no, not that bad. Dolphins.
Loss.
Patriots.
Loss.
Broncos.
Loss.
Raiders.
Win.
I like how we're just tit for tatting. I'm literally trying. Cowboys.
Loss.
I'm gonna give them a win. That's one of those ones where like
It's
I know.
close, man.
Giants.
Loss.
Brownies.
Loss.
Revenge game last year.
Loss.
They gotta lose that one. All right, I got them at 8 and 9.
I have them at 9 and 8. So one game difference.
So far, you have everybody at a positive record. I have everybody at a negative record.
The AFC is very competitive across the board.
Right, but someone has to suck somewhere outside of the Commanders.
We'll get there.
This is
We'll get
as
there.
of
Don't
right
worry.
Now.
Yeah.
This is with the quarterbacks in the situation they are currently
Yeah.
at.
So as of right now, with Zach Wilson as the quarterback of the Jets.
Yeah, you have Zach Wilson as the quarterback of the Jets
you're
going
giving-
9 and 8.
and
Going
no,
9 and 8.
and you're both giving them either 8 or 9 wins.
I have
With
them, but
Zach
at least I
Wilson.
have them under 500.
I don't give Zach Wilson.
I do
more
have
than
them
4.
competing with the Bills right now, though. For the
Watch it happen,
Zach
Johnny.
Wilson will
right,
not
watch
have
it
more than
happen.
4 wins.
All right.
Hot take.
Here we go. We got the Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
Let me find their team. All right.
This-
Bills. Bills.
Win.
Let's just say Bills again away, just to make my life easier.
Loss.
Right. I have them splitting also.
Yeah. I mean, it's most of the divisions I have
Patriots,
them splitting. Win.
First, you have them winning that.
Yep.
Second game, splitting again.
Yep.
Patriots also. Jets.
Win both games.
All right, and then the Broncos. This is home.
Win. I think that offense is a little bit too good for that defense, and
Raiders home.
they ball out. Win.
Cowboys home.
Loss.
Giants home.
Win. Johnny.
Titans home.
Win.
And the Panthers home.
Win.
All right, and then away, Chiefs,
Loss.
Chargers,
Win.
Eagles,
Loss.
Commanders,
Win.
and then Ravens.
Loss. So I have them at 12 and 5.
Something's wrong with my numbers.
Can the
I have them
teacher
at
not do
11
that?
and 7. That's 18 games.
That's like, sir, you have too many. I don't know what to do with my
All right,
hands.
so 10 and 7.
So we're right around the same areas. I mean, I have them winning the division 12 and 5. So with the AFC East,
Wait a minute. So you have them winning? I have them winning the division in 10 and 7. And that is going game by game, tit for tat. Because I'm not just predicting that that's a record based on who they play. Now, I do think that it does matter early in the season or late in the season.
Yes, that's
because
the
I
thing.
feel like if all 3 of these teams play the Broncos, or 4 of these teams play the Broncos within the first 5 weeks of the season, I got them as a win.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the Broncos are coming out on fire.
No, they're not going to be buttoned up as they should be.
Right.
I mean, same with the Patriots are kind of the same way. The Patriots are not good early in the year, September.
Patriots have always
they've
a 50-50
always been
team.
yeah,
they're always a
always,
50-50
yeah.
team though.
But they've always finished strong usually.
Like if you actually look at the history of when Tom Brady was on the Patriots, Miami split the record with them every year.
Yeah.
I think there's 1 year where he beat them twice in a row.
Yeah, it's I mean that just shows you it's even hard for the GOAT to just win handedly in the division. Most of these games we're gonna have splitting in the division just because, especially in the AFC right now, it's very competitive, and the NFC is just as competitive, except for, I would have to say, the NFC South. But, I mean, that's just a shit show, essentially, with, other than you have Derek Carr, that's going to be winning that division as of right now, as I can see with the Saints.
I just think it's crazy. So, this has got to be wrong. My record prediction has to be wrong. Just because, like, I currently have Dolphins with the only winning record on that division. And I'm pretty sure last year, every team had a winning record outside of the Jets. Miami, Patriots, every team had a winning record.
Well,
Miami was what, 9-7?
Miami was,
or not Miami.
Miami was 9-8. Buffalo was 13-3, and then Patriots and Jets were under.
Oh, so the Patriots were under? I thought the Patriots were
The Patriots were 8-9. The Jets were 7.
But keep in mind, I think Miami started like 7-3 or something. Like
yeah,
they just when Tua went down, like
that team lost. I mean,
yeah.
and then the Bills lost a game.
And I will say, I'm also assuming Tua's coming back healthy.
Yeah, I mean that's just so.
And I have him at 10-7. But I also think everybody's gotten just as good around them, if not better. So I think that's the other issue, right? What?
I don't know if Buffalo's gotten better.
No,
around
around this division. Every team around this division has gotten better.
Yeah.
And each team here outside of Miami who shored up their defense, and I made this conversation with Ryan earlier, is that defensive players don't shore up your defense. Defensive coaching shores up your defense. So just because you went out and got Jalen Ramsey, that does not mean...
It doesn't add wins to your record.
No, it doesn't. Right. It might add 1.5 wins. Yeah. But what do I have them at, Johnny? 9-8 is what they were, and I have them at 10-7. So that's your 1.5 wins for Jalen Ramsey. Congratulations.
I think the Bills take a big step back.
Yes, I think Miami will take the division.
Yeah,
I think so too.
More than 10 wins.
I think so too.
But let's spin this real quick. So since we're on this division, let's say Rodgers goes there. I still feel the Dolphins win that division.
If Rodgers goes there, I think they sweep Buffalo. They sweep the Patriots.
They split.
I think they sweep Buffalo. They sweep the Patriots. They split with Miami.
If Rodgers goes
it's
there,
a one-game difference.
Then
it's
I
11
think the
and
Jets
5
will
or
take
11
it,
6.
and Miami will be the wild card by a 1-win difference.
That's what it says.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think that division with 11 wins has the ability to make the wild card, and you'll see why here soon.
I'm not saying 11 wins though. I'm saying more than that.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm agreeing with you because I have some other stuff going on.
So let's go to the.
Let's go to the South. Let's talk the Jags.
No, let's go west. West.
West, since we were talking about the Broncos.
Yeah, let's go west. So we went east. Let's go west. So we got the Denver Broncos. Actually, I hate that I have it written backwards. Sweet. Broncos. Chargers home.
Win.
I'm so sorry. Excuse me. All right. Chiefs home.
Loss. Oh, no, sorry. Win. Again,
Nope.
It depends.
They haven't beat the Chiefs since Patrick Mahomes has been there, but that is okay. Oh. You stay consistent. Live in that and die by it. Raiders home.
Win.
Patriots home.
Win.
You had them losing it, I'm pretty sure.
Did I? I thought it was yeah, it is away. I'm a dumbass. So, yeah, loss. The
Jets home.
Win.
Packers.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, because you don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to be there. Jordan Love.
So I'm going to say loss.
As of right now, Aaron Rodgers is in Green Bay.
Yeah, loss.
So I haven't been winning it.
We're too different. We're just too different. This side's going to be. That's fine.
Vikings.
Win.
Browns.
Loss.
I have them winning it. Shit. Commanders.
Win.
Man, I don't know if I like this. I can't wait to match this up. Away, Chargers.
Loss. Again, it depends when you face the Chargers.
Yeah, I had them winning.
It depends when you face the Chargers.
Chiefs.
Loss.
Well, yeah, they could go back to back like they did with the Ravens last year, which would suck. I'll have them splitting this year. I think they can sneak one by on the Chiefs. I'll have them split. So right now, I have them splitting with the Chargers and the Chiefs.
So do I.
Yeah, but when I said it first, and then you had them winning, I assumed beginning of the year in my head, and I was like, "There's no way they're coming out on fire. There's no way."
They're not going to face the Chiefs till like week 5 or 6.
All right, so right now I'm at 11 games. I should have Johnny ask these questions.
The Broncos.
You think the Broncos are going to beat the Chiefs?
Chargers.
Yeah.
I think they'll split this year.
We already said the Chargers.
Split this year.
We already said the Chargers.
Okay.
We just said the Chargers?
Yeah.
All right, Jags. No, I lied. I'm on the wrong one. Chiefs, Raiders.
Win.
Bills?
Win.
I think I had them.
I had the Bills losing.
Dolphins?
Win. Again, it depends when you face
Bears?
Oh no, I had the
Bears.
I had the Dolphins the loss, sorry.
Bears?
Win.
Lions?
Win.
Texans?
Texans. Win.
Dude, I have the Denver Broncos at 9-8. What was their record last year, Johnny?
5-12.
I have them at 11-6.
So I have them gaining 4 wins.
I have them at 11-6. So I have them gaining 6.
Which is crazy with Sean Payton only getting 4 more wins.
That's why.
Not really. See,
that defense is too good, and he's going to morph that defense, like you said. What
you got to keep in mind the division they're in. How much can you gain in the
Raiders
division
are shit.
I have them gaining one. The Raiders are trying to.
This is with a healthy Devontae Adams and Derek Carr at 6-11.
Okay, that's what the Raiders had.
Yes,
6-11. Okay.
So, do you think that Jimmy G will make them better than 6-11?
First things first. No Hunter Renfrow with the Raiders last year, right?
So
they had one target.
He played a half or 2/3.
They had one target for most of the season, and that was Devontae Adams. Darren Waller was injured again for like 4 or 5 games. He wasn't there most of the season.
He's gone.
The only production on that team was Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs, right? You're talking about the 6-11 season, right? Okay. So, and then defensively, Max Crosby. That was about it. Okay. Now they've signed linebackers. Max Crosby took slightly, I think, a pay cut. They did a restructure. They have the other defensive end who's now healthy. Now the only thing they don't have right now is a tight end. They literally did nothing but sign receivers during this offseason. Jimmy Garoppolo is a game manager. Josh Jacobs is playing on a $10 million deal, so Josh Jacobs is going to try to get a contract next year. He's going to have probably similar production this year as he did last year. And then on top of that, what they're going to do is they're probably going to target a cornerback or a safety in the draft. If they don't target Jalen. Why did I say Jalen? The D tackle. Highest one coming off the board. Why can't?
Wait, you're saying
Jalen Carter?
Jalen Carter. So I did have the first name right. Jalen Carter. If they don't target Jalen Carter, they're going to go with the best safety, probably off the board or corner.
They're
going to shore up that secondary. And they're going to shore up that secondary. So they could go Witherspoon or Gonzalez, depending on who lands them. If Witherspoon or Gonzalez is taken higher, they could get them.
About that.
Right. So here's the situation. In that situation, I think they shore up the defense in the draft, and they shored up a lot of that front end of the defense already in waivers. So that defense, this team is like, okay, game manager, great wide receivers. We're going to control the play clock because what we're going to do is use that defense to step up. And I think that's the change in direction. And keep in mind...
Do we know the corner offside on the other side of Patrick Surtain?
We're talking about the Raiders, not
the Broncos.
Not the Denver Broncos. Now, keep in mind, on the Raiders... Now, you screwed me up by doing that. Oh, where did McDaniels come from?
Again, but this going back to what
defensive-minded head coach.
Offense.
Where did he come from?
Patriots.
Belichick's a defensive-minded head coach.
Right.
Yeah.
So he knows that if he can fix the offense by putting the right personnel into play, he can worry about the defense, and that's what he's doing right now.
I'm on the opposite side of the spectrum with you. So going back,
you've always been on the opposite side of the spectrum.
But going back to what you said about the Jalen Ramsey,
2023, baby.
About Jalen Ramsey. So you can sign. The Browns can sign let's say the Browns. The Bills can sign Aaron Donald or trade for him. That doesn't mean he's going to make them better. It's all about the coaching. I don't think Josh
Bills
McDaniels
can sign who?
Can trade for. I was using it as a.
Well, I'm talking about the Raiders. So explain to me why you think the Raiders.
Because Josh McDaniels is not a good defensive coach. And I know he's come from Bill Belichick, but he hasn't shown me anything. This is the second time he's been a head coach.
But the Raiders' defense has never been good.
I understand that, but
outside
like you said,
of when they were in Oakland.
But like you said, even if you sign guys, that doesn't mean you're going to be good. I just don't think the guys they sign I like. Don't get me wrong, but I don't like Josh McDaniels because he's not a great play caller defensively. He gets too eager.
Don't like Josh.
He doesn't blitz enough.
Johnny,
I mean, I don't.
We're going to come back to the Raiders, okay? Johnny, do me a favor and find the Raiders defensive coach as of right now. And see if you can find some type of history there while we talk about this next group.
You want to talk about the Chargers or the Chiefs?
Let's Chiefs.
Giants.
Well, look up some history real quick and find the Raiders. Give me some shit on him because I don't know much about the Raiders defensive coordinator. All right, so we're gonna talk about the Chiefs. Broncos. Who do you got them winning?
Winning.
I said, who do you have winning?
Oh,
no, that was me.
Chargers.
I
Chargers. I have the Chargers.
Chiefs. You got.
I have the Chiefs losing.
Chiefs. Sorry. Let me rephrase this. I'm all over the place. Reset.
Let him reset.
All right.
Reset.
Kansas City Chiefs home. Broncos. Who did it? Win or lose? You had them losing that one.
No, I had them losing away.
Oh, you're right.
I split.
Oh, so you had them splitting, and so did I.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna go 1-1.
Yeah, there's a 1-1.
So the Raiders
win both. So they're winning both games.
All right. The Chargers
split. I saw you sigh.
My head breaks when you say it, and I'm trying to do two at the same time. All right. Bills.
Bills win.
Bengals
win.
No way! They lose! They don't win in the regular season against Joe Burrow.
Hey, that stopped.
Joe Burrow owns Patrick Mahomes.
That stopped.
No, it didn't. That was the playoffs.
He showed me who his daddy was. It helps when the refs wear red, man. It helps.
It does help when the refs are on your side. It builds a nice story, doesn't it? All right, Dolphins.
Dolphins win.
All right, Bears.
Win.
Lions.
Win.
Eagles.
Loss.
All right, Broncos, Raiders, Chargers. We got those. Jags.
Loss.
Patriots.
Win.
Patrick Graham is the Raiders DC. He came from the Patriots as well. Then he went.
Hold on. I'm going to get to the Raiders next, and then we'll talk about that. Okay.
Right.
Let me finish this up. Now you threw me off. Darn it. Jets.
What you want me to
win?
Do?
Packers.
Win.
Man, I have them winning that too. Vikings.
Win.
I get them losing that one. They're coming back this year with a vengeance.
God, you got a hard on for the Vikings.
I do, don't I? Don't I? 12-5.
13-4.
So we're only one game off on that one.
And it's the last game. It's the Vikings game, essentially.
Yep.
Is what that comes down to.
So I got them 12-5. Okay, Johnny, we're going to jump into the Raiders now. And obviously everybody knows why we have the Chiefs 12-5. It's kind of stupid. To be honest, they lost the game because they lost Juju. How about that?
Juju doesn't count as a loss. Fuck out of here.
All right, so we're going to jump into the Raiders. Johnny, so
the Raiders.
Give me their DC because I asked you that question earlier. And tell me a little bit of history, what you got on them.
Patrick Graham, he's 44. He's been at DC for a good chunk of his career. He started at Wagner in 2002. Was with Richmond for a few years and Notre Dame, and then that's when he went to the Patriots until 2016. Then he was with the Giants as a defensive line coach, and then Green Bay for a year.
When did he go to the Giants?
2016.
Okay, so he's with the Patriots all the way up until 2016?
2009 to 2015.
Okay.
Green Bay in 2018, Miami in 2019, Giants in 21 and 22, and then with Vegas since.
Okay, so...
Wait. Giants in 2019, 2022? And now he's
Giants
in
in
Vegas? So 2023 is...
Giants in 2020, 2021. He's been with the Raiders for 2 years. This will be a second year.
As a DC?
Yes. He was with the...
He hasn't done much.
He was a DC since
1
Miami.
year, though. Max Crosby produced last year.
He was a DC since Miami in 2019.
And in Miami, what was that defense like?
What year?
2019?
Oh, you mean when they had like one of the greatest secondaries because of the guys they had? Yeah, it kind of helps when you have talent.
No, Minka wasn't there. Minka got traded in 2019.
No, Minka was there.
No.
Yes, he was.
Nah, maybe.
That was the year he got traded, but he was there for majority of the year.
Are you looking that up really quick?
So I hate the Raiders.
He's looking at the
I have them
roster
going.
right now.
I'm going to tell you now. I have them going 6-11. They're bottom of the.
Minka was not there in 2019.
Ha! Ha! It's
thought
the
he
year
was.
he got traded.
Oh no, he was traded in the offseason.
I'm sorry, he was there that year.
Ha! You're wrong.
He played 2 games and started 2 games.
That's the year he got traded. I told you.
I said he was there, but it was the year he got traded.
Told you. That's the year he got traded. That was the year that defense produced after giving up everybody, and they still almost made it to the playoffs. Shut up. You're wrong. You're wrong.
It wasn't him.
Okay, I apologize.
It wasn't him. I'll make you a bet, $100, that they don't win more.
Well,
than
no,
everybody
everybody thinks it's the DC that's in Minnesota
They don't win
right
more
now.
than 7 games.
All right, we're gonna go over right now, and somehow I got tabbed off like an idiot. All right, so the Las Vegas Raiders, idiot.
That's gonna be fun.
You have them 6-11.
That's dog shit.
There's always one team, right, every year that's
And it's
not
the
good.
Raiders.
And you think the Raiders are gonna be a last place team this year?
Yes, I do. What have they done?
Well, you have every team winning 7 games then. Yeah. If you have them 6-11.
It's like I said. It's very. I have 2
That's-
teams in the
I
bottom
think
of the
that's kinda
barrel.
great. There's
Sorry,
always
3
a-
teams.
All right. I mean, I don't like you now.
That's fine. You don't have to like me.
This is very.
I'm on your show,
I
so
have a-
clearly you like me. Hey, I'm here.
Hey. All right, Johnny, do you agree with him?
With what exactly?
All right. Well, I'll ask you after this. You could tally it off. All right. So Raiders, Chiefs,
Loss.
Chargers,
Loss.
Broncos,
Loss.
Patriots,
Loss.
Jets,
Win. I just want to see your
Packers,
face.
Packers.
Loss.
All right. Vikings.
Loss.
I'm gonna lose that one too, obviously. Steelers,
Win.
Giants,
Loss.
Chiefs home or Chiefs away.
Loss.
Chargers,
Loss.
Broncos,
Loss.
Bears,
Win.
Lions,
Loss.
Dolphins,
Loss.
Bills,
Win.
Colts.
Win.
Man, I kind of agree with you. I have 7-10. I did that just out of spite because I had them at 6-11 until the Colts, and I was like, I'm going 7-10.
There's only 5 wins.
Who do you have? Who do you have them beating then?
No, I tallied it.
Who do you for me?
No, you told me to tally.
Oh, I was talking for you.
I don't know. I'm paying attention to tally for you. That's what you said.
Oh no, you didn't hear what I said because I didn't tell you. I was just listening to Wheels. I have them.
Yeah,
So
you
5-12.
Yeah, you just
Okay.
said,
That's fine. I'll put
to
it at
tally it.
5-12.
All right. You know what? Maybe we'll do that. We'll have Johnny tally, and then you know what? Can you do that, Johnny? If you go off by the teams, and we'll tell you.
I mean, I'll just do L or W.
We'll
I mean, I'm not
say-
going to have
you
time
say their
to
schedule.
type up all
Can
the
you do it
ranks.
for both of us? So I'll read the teams, and you do it for both of us. Because I'm blowing my own mind here, trying to like tally and speak at the same time. I have them 7-10. I have them
5-12.
so.
I'll do my best.
I know it's a lot of work.
Let's go to the south.
So,
man.
Let's go to the. Well, no, we have one more team, don't we? Raiders. We have Chargers. We
Oh,
do the Chargers.
yeah, we didn't do the Chargers. I'm
All right.
sorry.
So the Chargers. So I'll read them off, Johnny, and then we'll scream loss or win, and you can tally if you can. Like, I don't know if you can do it. Oh, he's got it. Okay, never mind.
You start.
All right, so here we go. The Chargers home Broncos.
I have them.
I got them as a win.
I have them losing.
Yeah, I was gonna say KJ first, then
That's why it was waiting
right.
for him.
so KJ win, Wheels loss.
Yep.
All right, Chiefs home. I got them as a loss.
I have them as a win.
All right, the Raiders home.
Win. Sorry.
I have them as a win also, I think. Yep. Bills home.
I have them as a loss. You go first.
Right.
I apologize. That's habit. I have them as a loss too, though. Bears home. I'll take that as a win.
So will I.
Lions home. I will take that as a loss.
I'll take that as a loss as well.
The Dolphins at home. I will take that as a loss.
I'll take that as a win.
The Ravens at home, I'll take that as a loss.
I'll take that as a win.
The Cowboys at home, I'll take that as a win.
I'll take that as a loss.
I saw that coming.
I hate the Cowboys, but that's okay because they suck ass.
The Broncos away, I'll take that as a win.
I'll take that as a loss.
The Chiefs away, I'll take that as a loss.
I'll take that as a win.
I hate you.
You can hate me all you want.
The Raiders away, I'll take that as a win.
I'll take that as a win as well.
Patriots in the Patriots.
Win.
You think they can go in New England? Yeah, I think so too. I'd take that as
Chargers
a
are
win.
going to be
I'll take it as a
swinging.
win.
I'm telling you.
The Jets at the Jets, I'll take that as a loss.
I'll take that as a win.
The Packers at the Packers. I've had the Packers losing every game so far. So I'm gonna.
But again, you're also assuming.
I'm assuming
that
Aaron Rodgers is there.
Right.
But
you're assuming that Rodgers is with the Jets.
So based on these predictions, I'm assuming Rodgers is there. But in my head, I'm assuming
you can't
Rodgers
assume.
is gone.
But you can't assume because you're saying
so hard.
as of right now.
Because
Rodgers is
currently
in
on the
Green Bay.
roster. I know.
Right,
Johnny,
but yet
I
you're
know.
giving it everything to the Jets because you're assuming Rodgers is there, but you're trying to do stats.
He's so angry.
Right.
Relax.
I'm trying.
Well, no, because he's saying stats as of rosters today.
Johnny, I'm
but
trying
Rodgers
to.
is with the Jets for some odd fucking reation.
Johnny, I'm trying not to. It's so
Sure.
hard, though. It's
He's
so
like,
hard.
stop laughing at my pain.
I am literally trying not to, but it is
Bullshit.
based
I
on
have
the
that-
information on Twitter. It's so hard.
I have that as a loss, Johnny.
Well, I need KJ's thing first.
I'm gonna have to say loss. I apologize. You're right. You're right. I apologize.
That was the last one.
No, Vikings. I have as a loss. And
Win.
then the Titans. I'll take that as a win.
I'll take that as a win too. So
All right, give Johnny a second to tally that up. I am so sorry, Johnny. Like I have this hard time with the Aaron Rodgers thing because
it's in the media so much.
and not only that, in reality, he could be in Green Bay next year. Like nope, but I really
think he's going to. Though.
Well, but here would be the other thing is if Rodgers plays. I mean,
he's
I would
gonna
assume
play.
that if
He's
he's going to play regardless what team he's on.
Yeah, he'll play.
Dude.
You know how great it would be.
Eight wins for KJ.
8.
Dude,
8? Are you? What is wrong with you? 8 wins.
11 for Wheels.
But this is the problem, right? This is why you go through it game by game.
I did.
But like I can just say, based on this home and away, that it looks like they're gonna win 12. Based on what I just saw, 8 and 9. Based on what I just saw. So, I mean, that's second place in the division, right? No, I have Denver at 9 and 8. They're the third place in the division.
Right.
I mean, Chiefs first, Raiders second, or Raiders are fourth, Chargers third.
I
and
have
Broncos
so
second.
mine is Chiefs, then the Chargers and Broncos are both tied, and then we got the Raiders at 5 and 12.
So we're only a game off.
Yeah,
I mean, but I have the Chargers at second, Raiders
I have the Chargers.
damn it, I have the Broncos at second, Chargers at third. Yeah. So all right, we're gonna go to the AFC South. I'm afraid to go to the North.
Pussy.
I know. AFC South. We're gonna go Texans.
Do it.
That sounded just like. Dude. Do it. That was pretty damn close, Johnny.
I'll start shooting fucking lightning from my hands next.
I do like to get Johnny worked up. I start saying I have Aaron Rodgers losing every game.
Well, no, my thing is that as of right now, but yeah, Rodgers is with the Jets. Pulling out Patrick Star here.
I lost my wallet.
Is this your wallet? Yes.
Yeah.
Then this must be. Is this your card?
Yeah.
Then this must be your wallet.
Nope.
Makes sense to me.
Makes sense to me.
Oh God, that's so funny. So Houston Texans. We're
Yeah,
gonna
start
jump
with
into this
Houston.
one. I'm just starting with what's on the top of the list. I have to find it for me though.
Which is funny because they're at the bottom. They
No.
were 3-13-1 last
in
year.
this list I'm reading, you're right. They were the second place team in the NFL.
Right.
All right. So the Colts at home.
Loss.
Tie.
Who's their quarterback? Who's
Tie.
Ty?
Because that happened the first freaking game last year with them facing each other was their freaking tie that messed up the whole league. It was like what, week 3?
Yeah.
Week 2?
They tied twice last year, though.
No,
The Colts tied twice last year.
no.
Did they?
Colts were 4-12-1. Houston was 3-13-1.
No, the Colts won on that field goal.
Yeah,
Because that was the one against the Panthers, wasn't
I
it?
think so.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm just gonna split it. I got them going 1-1.
Well, hold on.
So yeah, you're right. Johnny's doing the tally. So this one I'm gonna say they win.
Loss.
All
right, Jaguars.
Okay, you're just gonna go down. Okay.
Yeah, Jaguars. I'm gonna go loss.
Loss.
The Titans. I'm gonna go loss.
I'm going to go loss.
The Browns. I'm gonna go loss.
I'm going to go loss.
The Steelers. I'm gonna go loss. Sorry, I got a lot of
I'm gonna go loss.
carbonation over here. The Saints. I'm gonna go loss.
I'm going to go loss.
I feel bad for this team. I feel bad for this team. The Buccaneers. I'll go win.
Me too. I like that one.
The Broncos. I'll go win. It's at home.
As the second place
Are you
in the
fucking
AFC
mental?
West, you're gonna give
What?
them,
You know what's
you're gonna
funny?
have them beat Houston.
Loss.
Yeah, all right.
You know what's funny? Actually, I have to go loss because I think
No,
I
you already
think
said
I
win.
think
No,
I
you
think I
can't
said
change
loss.
it.
I
No,
think I
sir.
said loss earlier against the Broncos.
Can't say you can't change.
I think I said loss earlier
I don't
against the
know.
Broncos.
You did.
So
You did.
it's got to be loss.
did.
The Cardinals, I'll say win.
Me too. Kyler Murray's gonna
Okay,
win.
now away. The Colts,
Loss. Sorry.
I'll say win because I'm gonna. Oh wait, I already had them winning, so it's got to be a loss. I
Yeah,
had
you
a
said
split.
1-1.
Yeah. So
And
loss.
then what'd you say?
Loss.
All right.
Jags.
You go.
Oh, I gotta go loss.
I'm gonna go loss.
Titans. I'll go. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Titans. Win.
Loss.
Bengals. Loss.
And you say I'm the retarded one. Loss.
Sorry. Falcons.
Whoa!
Falcons.
Whoa.
I'll say win.
Falcons.
Yeah.
Yeah, win.
Ravens. I'll say win.
Loss.
And then Panthers. I'll say loss.
I'll say win.
Jets. I'll say loss.
I'll say loss.
Assuming Rodgers is on the Jets
No, assuming
Zach
Zach
Wilson.
or Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson beat them last year, so I think he could do it
I feel
again.
bad for Houston, bro. Oh,
Why?
buddy.
Because they're gonna go draft Bryce Young, and we have.
Sorry, KJ's giving them 6 wins.
I think I have 5. Or no,
4.
mine's 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're too nice.
I have everybody right in the middle of the pack at this point.
That's how I was with the AFC West though. It's hard.
I don't know. Houston's had the most amount of signings. I
But again, it goes back to coaching. Signings.
Well,
don't mean
I
anything.
think coaching. I called D'Amico Ryan.
I love
there a long
D'Amico.
time ago.
well,
Yeah,
so
I love
so
I don't
D'Amico
think
going
they've
there.
shored up the right
for
spot.
this division, Jacksonville takes it easily.
100.
Well, and that's I had them losing
Yeah.
both games to Jacksonville.
I honestly would think that it'll come down to strength of schedule between Houston and,
Well, no, this is
and
this
Tennessee.
This depends on
Right, I'm saying for the
when
wild
and
card.
where they play. Yes,
right,
correct.
Well, no,
But-
I'm saying the rest of the division.
Well, you said strength.
Well,
You think they're going to tie?
I think that Houston, Indy, Tennessee will be down to maybe a 1 game or a strength of schedule style.
Okay, you think they're going to tie? All right.
I like Gardner Minshew.
Since they changed that rule in the NFL this year,
oh yeah, whatever it is.
that the second tiebreaker is no longer division record;
Yeah,
it's
it's
strength of
based off
schedule.
of strength
So
of schedule
that
now.
allows the NFL to choose which games they prefer.
Right. So that, but
Also, we got to look into. Sorry, this is slightly off topic. My dad was talking the other day.
Everything's off topic this
That the
show.
NFL, yeah, right. That the NFL had approved Thursday games to be.
yeah. So what we were talking about the 1 week is that there's going to be they want multiple Thursday night games. They want
That's
2 or
so-
3 Thursday night
I
games.
don't.
So
get
not that.
Okay.
Yeah, so any team can have multiple Thursday night games.
Either
It
that
used
or
to be
they're-
only one team could have a Thursday night game, and now it's any team can have a Thursday night
Well,
game
no,
multiple times.
they're saying that,
So-
and I think they're trying to eventually go to 1 game every day of the week.
And we all know what.
Why?
Yes, I think that was the whole uproar.
I would never get sleep.
I think that was the
They-
whole uproar with
They
Mahomes.
should do Friday.
I would never get sleep.
Friday
I would
is high
never-
school, Saturday is college.
That's the reason why they don't do
Then what are
Friday
you
and
gonna
Saturday.
do? Monday,
Right.
one day,
Well,
Wednesday,
Until after
Thursday?
those seasons
So
are over for
Monday, they already have
college.
Monday night. So the
Yeah.
problem is you have Tuesday and a Wednesday.
Yeah, but
Right.
you got to think of the rest for these guys for the.
Well, I'm okay. I love Tuesday, Wednesday being off because Tuesday, Wednesday is your waiver wire days.
Yeah, but
It
that's a
allows
goofy
people to
day
actually
for
settle
scheduling.
down.
Right. I don't like them if they were to do that because
They
like,
won't do that 'cause
NHL
of
and
fantasy.
MLB.
Well, they won't do that because of fantasy either.
Well, MLB and NHL have fantasy leagues.
But it's different though. Because it's run different. It's run like that player can play multiple times within that week, or they do daily fantasies. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Well, so Steve and I did we had an NHL league, and it was horrible because of how many games
There's no
that
off
they
period.
Right.
Yeah, there's no off period,
So-
so you can't predict when a guy's going to do good or bad.
Well, so you had to put your schedule for the whole week.
The problem with
And-
that,
now I know why I don't play fantasy.
And then the waiver was, I think, Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. I think it was Tuesday through Thursday.
we have a 2-day waiver though.
Right.
Yeah.
We have a wait period.
Well, I'm just saying for NHL, it's
But I'm just
Tuesday
saying that's
through
why
Thursday.
they couldn't do it. It would screw up everything.
Right.
Like your bye weeks. Like
Right.
what?
Right.
You better predict your bye weeks 3 weeks ahead of time in order to get your. Okay.
Well, so the other
that's
thing-
so off topic. But what I was trying to say, John, what I was trying to say is that the NFL can now, instead of pre-scheduling games, and I don't know if this is true, instead of pre-scheduling Thursday night games throughout the entire season, they're going to adjust and adapt on the
Right.
fly. So it'll be 2-3 weeks in advance.
Well, it's
so
just-
this way they can't have that, like, was it Denver Commanders Thursday night game?
Well, Denver had like 4 Thursday night games or primetime.
yeah, and they were
but
shit
it's
every single one.
they're doing that to combat bad Thursday night games
they're
or
doing it to
primetime
make
games.
they're doing it to make Amazon
Hey, don't
more
worry,
money.
they'll have
Right.
the
Because
Jets.
Amazon was so backlash at that situation that they're
right.
like, we'll pull the fucking contract now.
Well-
Nobody's watching.
Well, Amazon they had the worst ratings because there was just so many bad Thursday night games.
One of them was like Jacksonville and Houston.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, what, oh my!
So-
like you knew that wasn't going to be a good game.
So my thing, so it's just like them switching 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock games.
Prime time.
It's just the same concept.
You know
as
what they
that.
should? Well, that's fine.
They need to do
That's
it-
fine.
they
But it's
need to-
not 4 days ahead
Well,
of time.
I was
So-
just gonna say, like you said, they have to do it weeks in advance.
Yeah, you got to
because
give
you
these
can't
teams.
just right.
You got to
can't-
give these teams time to rest and the ability to make sure that they schedule their players.
because if they
accordingly.
have a Monday night game or a primetime Sunday night,
You know
game,
what I think
and they
Thursday night
change
should
that,
be?
What do you think about 2 games on Thursday night?
We are so off topic.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
fine.
like it.
Yeah,
I don't
the
like.
whole
I don't even
fucking
like.
show's off
So at the
topic,
beginning,
K-Shit.
at the
Right.
beginning of the season, I don't even like 2 Monday night games, but I understand why they do it.
do it. But here's the thing: is that
I don't understand why they. Does that work?
But they still.
But here's the thing: is having multiple games for Mondays and Thursdays, you're just taking away from Sunday. And if they do that
Well,
every
the
day
problem
during
is
the
not
week,
everybody has 4 TVs in their basement.
well,
So
well,
they want
but,
everybody to watch.
well,
every
no,
game.
you would need 2. You just need 2 for each game, or if you have the Sunday ticket.
That's if you can do picture in picture.
My wife got me Sunday
that
ticket
too.
last year. I think
But so here's the
Stan
thing,
Red
right?
Zone.
So here's the other thing I think they should do for Thursdays, and this, like, again, way off topic,
And then we'll jump back in.
is rivalries.
There's no rivalries.
All rivalry games should be Thursdays. Bullshit.
No, he's saying division games.
Division.
Okay.
It's a
yeah,
division
okay, my bad.
rivalry game. So
Either division
like
games or
right-
like Cleveland against Houston this
no,
year.
I wouldn't even say that
Because
yeah.
of
So
Watson.
Yes, because
Right.
of Watson.
Right. Or Jets Packers.
Well, what I would say would even like Bengals Ravens should be a Thursday night game. There's no excuse why that shouldn't be.
Yeah.
They
Right.
compete every year for first place in the AFC North.
New England and Miami. Or
Right.
Buffalo, Miami.
And
Whoever-
everybody knows that the Steelers and the Browns is such a high intense rivalry game, right?
Right.
Put it on a Thursday. Even if they're shitty, at least it's a rivalry game. You still get views.
Right.
Does that make sense? So, like,
Oh,
even
no,
if they're
I
both
get
in
that
last
wholeheartedly.
place, which they kind of were this year, you still
It's
get
the battle
views.
for last.
You still get views. Yeah, dude, that would have been a hilarious Thursday night game. The Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. That would have been a hilarious Thursday
How
night
many
game.
punts? Over under on the punts. Over 5.5.
No, that game was over 50 points.
What's it?
Yeah, Houston scored like 32 points to win that game.
No way.
Yeah, go look up
Yeah.
at the. Yeah, it was ridiculous. That's why everybody makes fun of what was the coach's name? Lovie Smith.
Yeah.
Everybody
at the
makes
time.
fun of Lovie Smith for playing his heart out.
43,
Everybody
sorry.
makes fun
Except
of
they
Lovie
made fun
Smith
of him
for
in Chicago,
playing
too.
his heart out in that game and said, "You're gonna fire me? I'll fucking win this game."
Yeah, I'm happy
You're
he did
gonna
it.
lose your first
They
overall pick.
they used Lovey as a goat or as the scapegoat. I
Yeah,
freaking
so
hated
you know
him.
what? And Lovey
Douchebag.
pretty much threw it in their face. All right, so let's get back into this. We're going to move into the Colts. I apologize. That was so off topic. All right,
The
Colts.
show's off topic, KJ.
I know,
Doesn't
I
matter.
get it.
There's
Anyway.
no.
Colts, home Texans. I got them winning that game.
No, we're talking about the Colts, right?
Colts
Okay.
at home
Win.
with the Texans. Jacksonville Jaguars. I got them losing that game.
As well as I.
Tennessee Titans. I got them winning that game.
So do I.
The Browns, I have them losing that game.
I have them losing.
The Steelers, I have them losing that game.
I have them.
The Saints, I have them losing that game.
I have them winning.
The Buccaneers,
Finally!
I have them winning that game.
I have them winning that game.
The Raiders, I have them winning that game.
I have them losing.
And that's with Lamar on the team.
The Rams, I have them winning that
Lamar.
game. Yeah. He's like, you won't make fun of the Rams.
Lost.
You'll
Right.
make fun of Green Bay.
I got people texting me, telling me that I'm salty.
It's an organization.
What did
thing.
Ryan text you?
No.
Who texts you?
Off show.
They're watching and
Off show.
They're watching and they're texting you.
Sorry, that was
All
my
right,
stomach.
Off show.
away the Texans. I have them losing that game. I have them splitting. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The Colts,
Loss.
Texans
Loss.
away.
Loss.
I had to look.
All right.
I had to look and
Oh,
see.
no,
what I
sorry,
did.
win.
So you said loss, win?
Win.
Yeah, I said loss. He says win.
All right.
The Jaguars. I have them losing that game. I have the Jaguars almost
lose.
sweeping the division. I think.
So do I.
Well, I have them splitting with Tennessee though. The Titans. I have them losing that game.
Titans. I have them winning.
Titans against-
The Ravens. I'll have them losing that game.
Lose.
The Bengals. I'll have them
Lose.
losing that game. I take that back. They're gonna win that
You're
game.
indecisive.
They're gonna win that game.
Stop being a woman.
All right, the Falcons. I have them winning that game.
Win.
The Panthers. I have them
I have them winning. So whatever he decides.
losing that game. And then the Patriots. I'll have them winning that game.
Loss.
Come on, Johnny, give it to me, baby.
Do you have 6?
2, 5, 8. 8 for KJ
8 and 9. All right.
and 8 for Will. Just different,
Consistency is key.
Consensus. 8,
just
9.
different games as to who. wins.
Consistency is key. That's all I gotta say. All right, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This
now.
can be fun now.
All right, Colts. I have them winning that game at home.
Win.
The Texans winning that game.
Win.
Titans. I have them winning that game.
Winning.
Winning.
The Bengals. I have them winning that game.
I have them losing that game.
The Ravens. I have them winning that game.
I have them winning that game.
The Falcons. I have them winning that game.
As well as I.
The Panthers. I have them winning that game.
As well as I.
The Chiefs. I have them losing that game.
I have them losing. Jesus.
49ers. I have them losing that game.
Tie.
Are you actually?
Tie.
This is away now. The Colts. I have them winning that game.
Win.
The Texans. I have them winning that game.
I have them winning.
The Titans. I have them losing that game.
I have them splitting.
You're a dick.
Wait, splitting?
Yeah,
So
he has
losing.
he has them losing also.
All right.
All right, the Browns. I have them
I have them losing.
losing that game.
So do I.
The Steelers. I have them losing that game.
I have them winning.
The Saints. I have them losing that game.
I have them losing it.
The Bucks?
Yes, losing.
The Bucks. I have them winning that game.
As well as I.
And the Bills. I have them winning that game.
Win. I was trying to think of who I had in the Bills.
Count my losses, not my wins. Makes it easier.
11 wins.
Woo!
11 wins.
Wow. Consistency is key. All right. We're going to move into the Titans. And then home, I got the Colts at home. I have them winning that game.
Win.
Texans, I have them winning that game.
Win.
The Jaguars, I have them losing that game.
Lose. Oh, no, sorry. Win. I had them losing away.
You know what? I have them both winning. You're right. I have them winning also. It's home.
Yeah.
I have them losing the away game. He's right. The Ravens, I have them winning that game.
Lose.
The Bengals, I have them winning that game.
Win.
And this is all with Tannehill.
Mm-hmm.
This is not Malik Willis.
you mean Derrick Henry?
Yeah, Derrick Henry and Derrick Henry and Traylon Diggs is half a lung.
The Falcons,
yeah.
I have them winning that game.
Perks.
Falcons win.
Panthers, I have them winning that game.
Win.
The Seahawks, I have them losing that game.
Loss.
The Chargers, I have them losing that game.
Loss.
Now this is away. The Texans, I have them winning that game.
Win.
The Colts, I have them winning that game.
Win.
The Jags, I have them.
Loss. We
Losing
both
that
had
game.
loss.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Browns, I have them winning that game.
Loss.
The Saints, I have them losing that game.
Loss.
The Steelers, I have them winning that game.
Win.
The Bucks, I have them winning that game. And then the Dolphins, I have them losing that game.
Loss.
You have them winning against the Bucks.
And then
Loss.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Oh, and I forgot the last team was Wheels did have a tie in there too.
Yeah, I forgot.
I didn't count the tie. Yeah, we can add the tie later because that just transplants a loss usually.
It's whatever. It's half.
11 wins for KJ and 10 wins for Wheels.
Close.
Ooh.
So the South is going to be competitive. It seems like, at least in the top area.
I think it's funny because the fact that I have the Bills division with less wins than the Jags division, it's kind of crazy when you think about it.
But the Jags are going to. I mean, they didn't lose anything. They're bringing all their offensive pieces back. You get a good draft pick that you're going to use on the defensive side of the ball. I have them taking an edge or a linebacker.
Wow.
Saturday on a holiday weekend, I get a damn telemarketer call. Go fuck yourself, people.
That's when you put the phone in the pan and
No,
start.
you're good. Okay,
Shows how
so
much
we're
we
going to
can
get into
read.
the last AFC team. We're going to cut it off here. We might do a little more recording.
Oh, we're not going to
after.
do AFC North?
No, we're going to get into the last AFC division, and
right.
we're going to cut it off here. But if you want, we can continue to record and do
It's
the
up to you guys.
AFC or the NFC.
I don't know. It depends on how much that we ramble on.
Well, this one might get a little right. This one might get a little intensive.
Let's go
This will be
quick.
this will
But
be
I
a
have
good
this
cutting
as
point.
Let's start with the Steelers.
I have this as the roughest division.
This will be a good stopping point because we'll get through all of the AFC.
So let's start with
Well,
the
I'm
Steelers.
saying we can still continue to record and upload that if you
Oh,
want.
afterwards.
So-
I got you.
But I would mark that time clock because you're going to cut all this bullshit out.
Are we recording on this?
Oh, we're
No,
live.
I didn't today.
Okay.
I was saying screw it at this point.
All right.
But we're going to go to AFC North now.
Let's say start with the Steelers. I figured. Get them out of the way.
No, we're going to go. I'm going to go in order of this.
Society.
Order of this.
Alphabetical. You fucking teacher.
It is alphabetical.
Yeah, 'cause
I
you're a
just now
teacher.
noticed that.
So Baltimore, Baltimore, Cleveland, Cincy, Pittsburgh,
Cincy,
Cincy,
Cleveland,
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. I before L.
Except after E.
yeah,
And then
exactly.
Before P.
No, that's not how that works.
I know.
All right, so we're going to the
Sorry,
Baltimore
teacher.
Ravens. It's hard. I kind of want to go back and see how
Is
consistent
Lamar on the
we've
team?
been.
Yeah.
Lamar is currently franchise tagged and sitting on that roster.
Is he starting?
He
That's
said
the
he
question.
said he would play under the franchise tag. So
Okay.
yes, the question is he what?
Ryan, we need you.
Ryan. As soon as you saw predicting records, Ryan ran.
I think so.
Because you wanted to talk about the corners and stuff, and yeah, it is what it is. I'll blame that one on Steve, if he ever watches the show. So the Ravens. Here we're gonna go. Home, Browns.
You got to start. my friend.
Yes.
Oh, I want to go first. Second.
You, yes, you are going.
All
first.
right,
That's
Switch
what you
it.
wanted.
Then switch. Then
The
switch.
Browns in Baltimore. I'm gonna preface this because I don't like this conversation.
The Browns in Baltimore.
If this is early,
All right, Wheels.
Bal-
if this is early, Baltimore wins.
Baltimore loses.
So I'm gonna have Baltimore winning. If this is early.
I go first now.
Yes.
Oh, thank God he switched it.
Because
Finally.
you're that way. Because you're saying the team.
Yeah, because I talk and then
Yeah.
I respond. It makes it easier for a conversation here.
You're polite. I like it.
So home Steelers.
I win.
I have them winning that game also. The Bengals
Win.
losing that game.
I have them splitting the division.
The Texans. So as I'm saying it, I'm thinking early than
Yep.
late. But to be honest, what this might happen is all of these games might be at the end of the season,
Yeah.
which could change my thought process. So when the schedule comes out,
Like how
but
it was
the-
last year with a double up.
Right, like the Houston Texans at home in Baltimore. I have them
Winning.
winning. That was an obvious one.
Winning.
Winning.
At home against the Colts,
Win.
win. Seahawks,
Win.
loss. Rams,
Loss.
win. Dolphins,
Loss.
loss. Lions,
Loss.
win. There's our split right there.
Yep, that's where it starts.
Okay,
to
now
crumble.
away. The Browns,
No, win. Yep, I am splitting.
loss. I had to look at that for a second. The Steelers,
Win.
this hurts.
this
division is so freaking tough.
Chinese don't want you. I don't either.
So I'm gonna say they win. I'm gonna say they win. So the Steelers get swept.
All right.
The Bengals.
Loss.
Loss. The Titans.
Loss. I think I had them winning. Titans winning.
I don't remember.
I had the Titans winning.
I think I had them.
Because you gave me a
I
dirty
think,
look.
Well, I think I have the Ravens winning this one. I think so. So, Jags. Now these are all at.
I'm trying to think what I did.
I know it's hard to go back and think
loss.
about this. I think I had them losing. The Chargers.
Loss.
I think I have Ravens winning this game. The Cardinals.
Win.
Yeah, win.
That's easy.
49ers.
Win.
I'm going to say loss.
Depends when it is. Early of the year, they're going to win that game handily.
That is very true.
So, as of right now,
I'm going to say loss.
10 for Wheel.
And mind you, it's in San Fran.
You both have 10 wins.
Consistency is key.
Well, I tried to tell you that that's probably like one of the worst records in this fucking division when I actually look at it.
Well, we don't even need to go through NFC because we're doing all of AFC.
If we remembered all of
When
our,
I
that's the hard
remember.
part. I'm gonna have to go through this in the off, and I'm actually gonna go team by team. And
Yeah,
make sure
we're
that
going to
I
have
stay
to, because
consistent.
I guarantee we're
I have
not
to stay consistent.
consistent.
I have to stay consistent. So let's go into Cincinnati Bengals. So we have the Ravens. I think I had them splitting. So I'm gonna, this is in Cincy. I'm gonna say Cincy wins.
Win.
Browns lose.
Win.
Steelers lose.
Win.
Texans win.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, you keep.
Yeah, we got to start over because you're.
I backed it up. You're
Yes,
right.
Win.
No,
So-
sorry, I'm thinking out loud now this time. I won't do that again. I
So
apologize.
first game.
I really screwed him up. He was actually just typing it in.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh,
I would've
retard alert.
Yeah, KJ.
Retard alert, class.
All right. Cincy against the Ravens. Go ahead.
Well, yeah. So he said win.
Oh, you remember?
Yeah, oh my
Yes,
God.
He already said win.
I don't remember now.
Oh.
Retard alert. What did I say?
You said loss.
You know, I had them splitting, so it doesn't matter. Loss.
Good God. Next team.
You know what? I had them winning. I apologize. I had them
It
winning.
doesn't matter. Well,
No, I had
you
them
have
winning.
them split.
Yeah, but it's at home. I just want to make sure I'm staying
Anyway.
consistent. All right, Browns.
Loss.
You had them winning.
Oh, yeah, I have them winning. See, now you're fucking me all up.
I have them as a loss. Steelers.
Win.
I have them as a loss. Texans.
Win.
I have them as a win. Okay, we're back on track. Yes. Colts.
Win.
Win. Rams.
Win.
Win. Say it faster.
That's what I'm doing.
The Seahawks. Loss. Same time. Loss.
I know.
KJ's gonna.
Good housekeeping. What? Did we just become best friends? Yup.
Want me to have go when you at the
The Vikings.
Vikings. Loss.
Win. The Bills.
Win.
Makeup game. They're winning this fucking game.
They're gonna destroy the Bills by like
All right,
3 touchdowns.
Now away. This is
Not if DeMar Hamlin's on.
in Baltimore.
Loss.
That's fucked up. Too soon. Not soon enough, actually. Loss. The Browns.
Loss. Watch that be the first game of the year. Bills.
Loss.
Bengals. That would
The
be.
NFL has no sense of humor, right?
Oh.
Steelers.
Win.
Win. Cards.
Win.
Win. Jags.
Loss.
Win. Niners.
Win.
Loss. Titans.
Win.
Win. Chiefs.
Loss.
Win. I know I had that as a win.
I know I had it as a loss because you yelled at me.
Oh, man.
11 each.
Good God. We're right there.
Golly.
It was funny, all the bullshit we go through, and then we get to the same exact ending. All right.
It's like watching.
We're skipping the Browns.
Yep. Right
Going
to the Steelers.
Going to the Steelers. We'll end the show on the Browns just because that's who we are. Steelers home. Ravens
Loss.
win. Browns
Loss.
loss. Bengals,
Loss.
loss. Jags,
Loss.
win. Titans,
Win.
win. Cardinals,
Loss.
win. 49ers,
Loss.
loss. Patriots,
Win.
let me take that back. My 49ers, put that as a win.
I don't know which game that was.
That
right-
was right,
it's
that
right
was
there.
right there.
It's
with-
right there.
Yep, you're good.
The Patriots, would you say? You said win?
Yep.
I'm going to go, I think I have that as a loss. Packers,
Loss.
loss.
With Aaron Rodgers.
Loss.
Aaron Rodgers is on the team, KJ.
Said loss. I looked right at Johnny and I said Packers. All right, away now. The Ravens,
Loss.
I have it as a loss. The Browns,
Loss.
loss. We got them getting swept by the Browns this year. The Bengals,
Loss.
loss. No, I lied. Win. Texans,
Win.
win. Colts,
Win.
win. Rams,
Loss.
loss. Raiders,
Loss.
loss. Seahawks,
Loss.
win.
Man, you got a hard one for the Steelers. Just open your mouth.
I have a hard on for the AFC North.
4
this year.
for Wheels and
You have 4
They're
wins.
not
nine for
good.
KJ.
You have
That
4
offensive
wins.
line is dog shit.
You have 4 wins. That's
And come at me
hilarious.
with, oh, your head
All right,
coach
here we
has
go.
always been
Here we
above
go.
500. It doesn't matter.
If this,
Okay, that
isn't, if
ends.
this isn't 11-5, I screwed something up. All right, so the Cleveland Browns home, Steelers
Win.
win. Ravens
Loss.
win. Bengals
Bengals would be win.
win. Jags
Win.
win. Titans
Loss. No, I had to win. Sorry.
win. Shit. No, I have that as a loss.
Yeah, we were opposite.
Yeah. Cardinals
Win.
win. Niners
Win.
loss. Jets
Loss.
win. Bears
Win.
win. Steelers away
Win.
win. Ravens away
Loss.
loss. Bengals away
Loss.
win. Texans
Win.
win. Colts
Loss.
win. Rams
Win.
loss. Seahawks
Loss.
loss. Broncos
Win.
win.
I think we're right around the same again. I think I have 12.
I'm scared.
11 for Wheels,
Oh no, I have 12.
12 for KJ.
Shit.
Loser.
That's not good. That means I have them winning the division, and I wanted them tied.
Do it.
So it's a three-way tie for the division.
I actually had them at 13, but I actually changed one mid speak.
mid spoken word.
So to be honest with you, though, I think that's the most competitive division in the AFC.
I would say next to the. What do you think? Next to the AFC West. I think it's close.
Well, yeah,
I think it's
if Denver does take the leap forward that we're all predicting, yes.
I think with Sean Payton going there, I think that definitely.
It would be a toss up for the second toughest in the AFC between Buffalo and Miami, and then Kansas City and Denver.
Yeah, so the AFC offensively, right, is way better than the NFC,
Yeah.
hands down. But there's only one division in the AFC that I personally feel is a defensive division, and that's the AFC North.
Yeah. Yeah,
Buffalo.
but
Now, granted, Buffalo was a top 10 defense, but they lost pieces.
That's what I
last
said.
year.
So that the AFC North has always been a heavily
Defensive.
defensively known.
But now
division.
there's like top 5 quarterbers. There's 3 top 5 quarterbacks.
I don't know.
On that
the AFC
Lamar
East,
10. Let's say
Jackson.
top 10.
the AFC East is also a good defense the past few years. You
That's
know,
what he was
Dolphins,
going
The
back on,
Jets.
yeah.
Yeah, the Jets for
Right.
sure. But they
Dolphins.
but the Jets don't have an offense, not all around team. The Miami.
They do. They just need the quarterback.
Miami did not have a good
Aaron
defense last
Rodgers
year.
is there,
Not all
Johnny.
around. Miami didn't have an. Yes, I'm trying to stay consistent. Stop your shit with me and this Green Bay bullshit.
No, you said their offense isn't
It's not good.
The only
It's
thing
not
that they're missing is
bad,
the quarterback.
They're kind of like the Colts. So I view.
How do you think Seattle felt about that 2 years ago when they thought they needed a quarterback, got a quarterback, and they still were shitty?
Who did they
Not 2
get?
years ago.
Russell. 2 years ago, they needed a quarterback. Last year was Russell.
Oh yeah,
2 years
technically
ago.
2
I'm
years ago.
No, last year.
Last year
like
was Russ in Denver.
Yeah, that
2
was
years
We are
ago.
in 2023
2
season
years
now.
ago, they needed a quarterback. They thought they were a quarterback.
That was
away.
the head coach. That's Nathan.
Yeah, that was Pete Carroll.
Nathan, whatever the fuck.
Pete
his
Carroll was
name
never in Denver.
No, you said that
Nathaniel Hackett.
Seattle needed.
No,
a
no,
quarterback.
Broncos.
Oh,
I
yes.
never brought
I
up
apologize.
I brought
Nathaniel
up Russell
Hackett.
Wilson.
Yes.
Listen to
Yes.
me.
Well, no, Hackett was his first year was last year,
Right.
and didn't even last the whole year.
And
It
I-
was
and
whoever
I-
the head coach was before that.
And I did tell you that Hackett is the reason that team sucked.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we all agreed with that because
Yeah.
a lot of the play calling was just not
Hackett
there.
left, they started scoring points.
Yeah.
So,
So it was the same thing with the Carolina with Matt
So
Rule. When they
would you-
fired Matt Rule, Carolina kind of picked up, not obviously as much steam as the other teams did, but it's
Right.
weird because you get new mojo in the office.
right. What do you got, Johnny? What were you going to say, though?
No, I was gonna say, would you think the same thing with the
Rodgers
Jets?
sucks.
With the Jets now, if Rodgers goes
You're
to
over here
the
just-
Jets,
No, I think.
or
that-
well, not even if Rodgers.
I think
goes.
so this is one of the few signings, right? If Rodgers goes to the Jets, I put the Jets somewhere around 10 to 11 wins, and I think that does make a huge difference. And like you, I know you can harass me.
Well,
because
no, I'm
I
saying
didn't
that-
have the Jets losing amount of games.
No,
but I also
I-
had them winning.
I'm saying
games
it-
in the NFC.
I'm saying it
I think
in
they
the
sweep the NFC.
I'm saying it in the aspect of Hackett being the OC in New York, because he made Denver suck.
No, so
So whether Rodgers,
you
well,
got
if
a point. You got a point.
So
Okay,
if Rodgers is
hold on,
there,
hold on,
then
hold
Rodgers
on.
is gonna be the
I
OC.
see what your point
Yeah,
is.
that's
What your
right.
point is, right?
I forgot
What
he
your
was
point
the
is.
offensive coordinator.
Hold on. What your point
Shit.
is, without Rodgers, because Hackett's currently there.
Yeah, Rodgers down to
Is
Packers.
hold on. Does that offense still produce? Probably not.
I have
Right.
them
Well,
winning.
I mean,
But-
they don't
but-
have a good enough
But give me
quarterback
a
like
second.
Rodgers.
Give me a second. Joe Flacco is an Aaron Rodgers-esque quarterback where he's a pocket passer who can escape. Russell plays very well in RPO and in escapability, and Hackett tried to create him as a pocket
You
passer.
try to go back
Right.
to what he
So what I'm
was
trying to
doing.
tell you
Right.
here is that yes, I don't think Hackett is the mind that he's looked to be right now,
Flacco.
but I also don't think that he meshed well with Russell.
Oh, probably not.
So I think that Hackett going to New York, even with other pieces, is better than Hackett in Denver.
Well, but they
I would
gave
have to
Russ his
agree with
own
that.
desk in the same level as the coaches and other things too. You know, his entourage.
I don't
and
think
everything.
Hackett did that. I think
Well,
that
I'm-
was.
I'm not
I
saying it
actually
was
think that
Hackett.
was. I wouldn't be shocked.
That's a
if,
front office.
I wouldn't be shocked if that was in Russell's contract.
It could've
And
been.
when Sean Payton went there and said, "We need to figure this shit out because
Yeah.
it's not happening."
Right.
Like you practice with the team, you play with the team, you use the team, you sleep with the team, you get ready to fucking play with the team.
Right.
There's no way you step on that field as a superior to everybody you're talking and playing with. No way.
Tom Brady
in the
didn't-
history of
Tom
football.
Brady didn't.
No, he
do
did
that.
not.
No,
No.
I said Tom Brady didn't.
Yeah, that's
even
right. I
do
know. I
that.
agree with you. No, he did not.
Right.
So that's one of the things where there's no way Sean Payton deals with that shit.
No, and
So-
well, he said he sent out his trainers or whatever. Remember?
Yeah, he fired everybody on it and Russell Wilson's staff essentially.
Yeah. So here's my thing: is that if Rodgers doesn't go to the Jets,
He stays with the Packers.
well,
obviously.
I'm saying that Joe Flacco would be the starter over Zach Wilson with the Jets.
With Hackett.
no, I think
you
they
gotta
go
start-
after-
I think you have to start Zach Wilson.
They go after a
But I
quarterback.
say that because Zach Wilson is more of he's an escape guy. You know,
Daddy White's still there, right?
no,
I have them if that trade.
no.
does
Daddy
not-
White went to Miami.
If that
You're
trade
right.
doesn't
You're
happen,
right,
I
you're
have them trading up
Oh.
with Arizona.
Flacco is a UFA this year.
Yeah.
So they just have Zach Wilson and that's it.
I have them trading up with Arizona to get a quarterback.
No.
So
No.
yeah, I just
No,
looked it
they
up on
just
Spotrac.
signed. They just signed a backup.
No, I have them getting Anthony Richardson at 3.
It's not Trevor Siemian.
If-
They
if-
just signed a backup.
So if the Rodgers trade doesn't happen with the Jets, I have them trading with the Cardinals and the
Well,
Jets.
They
are
have
taking
Tim
Anthony
Boyle
Richardson.
and
Tim Boyle. They
and
just
Chris
signed Boyle.
Streveler.
They just signed
Tim
Tim
Boyle
Boyle.
used to play for the Lions.
But hold on.
I would.
Let's
play- I
talk
would
about
play
something
Boyle.
real quick, and I want to know your thought process because I think it's completely bullshit and bunk. Aaron Rodgers to the 49ers says the 49ers have been reaching out.
no, he already came out and
Green
said
Bay?
he's not going to the Bay.
So he doesn't want to play
No.
in the NFC. is what it sounds like, right?
You got to remember.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. You're right. He's a conservative. He ain't playing in San Fran.
Well,
He's not playing in San Fran.
But if you can't beat him, join him.
You got to remember what that team passed on him. That's where he wanted to go to the Niners. Coming out of the draft.
No, Green Bay said that. Oh, I see.
No,
what
he
you're
won.
saying.
He went to Cal. He wanted to go to the Niners.
So he's salty. He's salty.
Yeah.
I see
So
what
he's
you're
not
saying.
going to go. Why would he help him? I mean, the problem is they've beaten him
gotcha.
every time, which is hilarious in the playoffs. No offense, Johnny.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Well, that's why I
though,
said you can't beat him, join him.
I would tell you right now that would be an unbeatable team though with Aaron Rodgers on that team.
Yeah, well, I would have to agree. But the problem is the 49ers have the cap space to get him.
They'd find a way. You're going to trade Trey Lance, so yes,
Well,
that's $20 million right there.
The Packers don't want Trey Lance.
That's $20 million.
They have Jordan Love.
Then you cut him. He's a rookie. Cut him. Bye bye. See ya.
So how much do you? Let's spin this real quick. So how much would you give up for Rodgers?
Well, again, I've had this conversation with you multiple times,
Right.
And that's an unnecessary conversation just for the simple fact that if I'm a team that's
If
here,
you're the Niners,
if I'm the team that's here to win here and now, which is the Niners, which is the Jets, I think 2 firsts is feasible if I can guarantee he's there for 2 years.
But you got to remember, they don't have firsts. They give it up for Trey Lance. So the problem is what are they giving up for him? That's why I brought that conversation up. Because they don't have the draft
So
picks.
if I'm the Niners, what do I give up?
Yeah. You're going to have to probably give up Ayuk.
I give up a next year.
Second.
No, a second that's could be a first.
It's
No, it's conditional.
Conditional, yeah.
Next year's conditional second.
Okay.
I actually probably would say third.
This year's
and if I
second.
make it to the playoffs, a first. If he plays, a second.
Okay.
So it would be a third. Conditional third to possibly a first. And I would give up Ayuk.
So you're going to, because that's why I spun that, because I know they didn't have any first round
You
picks
know what?
because they gave up
No,
3.
I wouldn't give up Ayuk. I'd give up Kittle. I'd give up Kittle because I know I can get a tight end in this draft.
You'd have to probably give up your this year's second as well on top of that.
No, I give up next year a third as a conditional and Kittle to the
wouldn't-
Green
No.
Bay Packers.
No, I would be because they have 2 picks almost back to back because of the Cleveland trade with Elijah Moore.
That's
Or no, that's
No.
the
We're
Jets.
talking about the Niners.
Duh.
Yeah, we're talking about the Niners because the Niners
the
don't have
Niners to
first round.
trade to Green Bay was his question.
Yeah, because the Niners don't have first round picks because of the Trey Lance deal.
I don't think that
They lost 3 firsts.
giving up Kittle wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, their first pick is 99.
It doesn't matter. The NFL gave him 95 compensatory picks. All that 99, 101, and 102 are all compensatory picks.
What is that?
So
that's just to
technically,
keep
their
them-
first actual pick they got from Miami at 155 in the 5th round.
That's just to keep them competitive, right? Essentially.
No, the compensatory picks because they hire black people.
Yeah,
Is it really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because of
didn't know that.
like
Well,
head coaches
it's, so
and
let me
their,
let me
front
take that
office.
back. That's me being frustrated. It's also because sometimes they trade players or cut players that they get a compensatory pick because mainly trade.
I know the Browns had it when they hired
No,
that
it's
front
because
office out
of
of the Vikings.
if the head coach and hire in
So,
the
like,
organization is
here's the thing.
a minority.
If the Browns were to just let Kareem Hunt walk, we get a 3rd round compensatory pick. So we could have a 3rd rounder this year if Kareem Hunt walks.
Well,
he
he's
did
an
walk.
he's a FA this year.
Well, we'll see.
Do you
I think,
No,
that,
he
I
is
think
an
that's
FA.
what it was.
He's
yeah,
a free
it was.
agent right
it
now.
was a third
Yeah,
because
we
that's
get
the
a 3rd
reason we didn't
compensatory
trade him.
pick,
That's why
right.
you said we
so
wouldn't trade him.
what happens is when a team loses a player of high value,
The compensation.
you get a compensatory pick. Now, how many of those the NFL gives out? I think it's like 15 a year. Those are all the compensatory. I love that graphic, by the way. It sucked because you got to figure out how to line it out a little better so I can see what's where.
7?
I made it.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
they got 7.
Yeah, that's what I
Stanford.
said. They had 7.
Oh yeah, and then they even almost talked about changing a rule for him this year. Thanks, Detroit.
So 99, 101, 102, 173, 216, 253, and 255.
yeah,
Cleveland got 1.
Yeah.
the
Because of
one
Dearness.
Andrew Berry.
that was the
Andrew Berry.
GM hiring. Yeah.
Well, no, not the hiring. Him just still being a part of
And we got one last year
No, we
because of the
hired
guy.
somebody that was a black guy. You only get it. You only get it for one time for hiring that person.
Okay. But now if Andrew Berry left and he became higher than that, then I think the Browns would
We would get
3
compensatory picks. Yeah.
We would
Because
get
we-
3 picks, or if he went to another team as
With
a
the
GM,
same-
still I think it's
But if
1 or 2.
Stefanski
Yes.
becomes a GM, we don't get shit because he's white.
Right.
That's kind of goofy.
Yeah.
So
It's bullshit. I think
I don't
it should
understand
no
why.
longer. I think it should no longer be race based. And Johnny, I think actually what it should be
Anytime you lose
is
a guy.
or promoting guys from college.
Yeah, I like that.
Let's try to get younger guys to coach. Let's get kids from college that are or high school. Let's get like I hired a high school coach as my offensive coordinator in the NFL.
I got three
but here's-
Give me
But
a
here's
two
the-
compensatory 5th round pick.
But
for
here's
that
the
guy.
other thing. Look at Nick Saban. He's been in college for how long?
He came to the NFL though.
But
He did, but he knows he's better. Just like Chip.
But
Kelly.
you already
He's
got a
stayed in college.
compensatory pick for him, right? You can't get a second compensatory pick for the same guy. Is
Because
my point.
he was
That's
with,
an easy
If he
rule.
went back to,
But
New
that's
England,
an easy rule to make. Is you can just go Nick say the fucking extra pick A for that same guy.
It would depend if he went back to New England. Yes, because he
No, I'm
coached
saying
with
if he goes
Belichick.
back to the NFL in general, you already had your opportunity. That team already got rewarded to give you that opportunity. That's
No.
the whole point is you reward the chance.
you guys know he was
You
on the Browns,
reward
right?
the chance.
So if the Browns
As
female,
a DC or whatever.
if the Browns female coach moved to another team, the Browns would get a pick.
Correct.
If that team, if she
And
left,
that team would also get a pick.
if she left that team to go to another team, both teams would get another
Only
pick.
if she got promoted.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't my understanding.
I'll have to go look at it.
Yes.
But
Closing the
correct. I understand what you're saying. But what
I'm just
saying,
frustrated like you because it's,
So what I'm saying, you're right. It's all based on race and sex, and it's bullshit. But what I'm saying is what it should go to,
2023.
what it should
Like you
go
said,
to,
right.
is the team that takes the chance gets rewarded.
Kellen Moore, perfect example from Dallas, who went to the Chargers, I think.
Yeah.
Like he used to play the game.
But he's been a coach for like 6 years.
Has
But
it really
you got to
been that
remember
long?
the guy that the Browns had that went to the Vikings front office. We got a comp pick from last year.
Okay.
But like the
But
backup
there's another
backup
guy.
quarterback behind Daniel Jones that just became a
right.
head coach
In
or
Denver.
became a quarterback's coach in Denver.
Right.
I would take that as a 7th round compensatory pick.
Because
Now I will say, in my mind, if it's a positional coach, 7th. If it's a coordinator, 6th. If it's a head, 5th. In my mind.
GM,
In my mind.
GM third.
Okay. And if it's a GM,
right.
4th.
Well,
I-
you just said GM would be 5th.
No,
Or
I
head
coach would be
was.
5th.
Right.
The GM
Oh, my
would be
bad.
4th. I
So,
think a 3rd would be promoting out of the NFL. So like a high school or a college coach to get him to the NFL, I think you deserve a 3rd because that's risky. That's riskier than taking a quarterback who's played in the NFL and making him a quarterback coach.
I would
because he
say-
already knows what the position needs.
I would say that risk would be a 6th. 7th would be assistants.
Yeah.
5th,
I forgot about assistant coaches.
5th
I
would
apologize.
be head coaches. I don't know 4th or
Well,
reason, but
Well,
I would say
we could put
Coordinators.
assistants. We could put assistants and coordinators in the
Right.
6. I think together.
I would no because I have them for high school or college to the NFL.
See, but that which one's riskier? What's riskier? Hiring someone who's never played a snap a day in the NFL,
Right. Well,
or
so
hiring a guy who played in the NFL and promoting him?
Well, so hear me out. So 7th would be assistants. 6th, we'll say 6th and 5th, depending on their experience, would be high school or college to the NFL. 4th would be head coach, based on experience.
I get what
And we'll
you're
say
saying.
4th and 5th would be experience for head coaching, promoting,
Right. So more
And then-
experience, you get a 5th. Less experience, you get a 4th.
and then GM promoted head coach or
GMs
whatnot.
don't do shit.
But promoted GMs or 2 GM would be a 3rd.
GM to me should be somewhere around that 5th.
No,
Yeah,
because now it's up to the GM with their picks, and that's the bigger risk. Because look at how bad the
there's
Browns have been
scouts-
before Andrew Berry.
But there are scouts that are phenomenal that suck as coaches.
But
Because they're great at finding people. Like Ryan probably sucks as a coach. He's a good scout.
D'Amico Ryan says who he's referring
No,
to.
I'm talking to our Ryan.
Oh, all right.
He probably sucks as a coach as a good scout. Because he's so good at seeing talent, but is he good at building talent?
Well, so then
and
would
that's the question.
so now that would be now a curveball. Would you have a minority be a scout? How many scouts do each team have?
I don't-
And then if one becomes a scout,
As
would
you know, I
would
could
that
get two
be
shits
involved?
if it's a minority.
Well, I'm just saying
I
for
care
these
about
compensatory
promoting
picks.
people that never had a chance.
Okay.
So whether it be a female, and if there are female that look like men that are coming to this league that that seem to be okay
That
at
are
their
sponsored
job.
by Busch Light.
They seem
Or
to
Bud
be,
Light, sorry.
Anheuser.
Yeah. So all right. So my thing is now, would you do compensatory picks because of scouts? Because you just said that the biggest risk is the scouts that you have
So
for these.
So
picks.
A compensatory pick for me and was based on how much risk you're putting into that player.
Right.
I guess the question is, do you consider a scout riskier, or do you consider a scout more of a position that's needed? What I would say is because anybody in the NFL can
Well, the
probably
scouting
scout.
they're just looking at talent.
Right. But I would say anybody in the NFL could probably scout. I think a head coach, if they know what they're looking for, they can go out there and they can scout, right?
Right.
So I think what they should do if it's a scout is a 7th or 6th round pick, depending on how much risk they're taking. Just because it's not.
So they would fall in the
to me,
assistant
it's not
category.
as high. Yeah, it's not as high in demand, because if you're going to get a scout, or if you're going to get somebody who was a scout or was a player who is scouting, it's not as risky, because your head coach and your DC will weed a lot of that out.
Right.
And they'll be like, nah, I disagree with you. I've seen this guy play, not good.
Well, so I say
final call.
Right.
So I say the GM as the third, because the GM is the one that makes the overall call. Look at Tennessee when they traded A.J. Brown and had a horrible,
Depended on the team. Would you say that in New England? Would you say that in San Francisco? Would you say that in Dallas?
Yeah, because they've had Kraft and Belichick for as long as they can, so they shouldn't be getting third rounds.
Who's the GM of?
You didn't name the GM of the Patriots.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, Kraft is the owner.
I think Bill's the.
Do you see what I just said? You literally named the owner and the head coach. You didn't name the GM.
I think Bill is the GM.
I'm trying to look it up current.
They probably don't even know. They probably think it's Bill Belichick. But do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying, though?
I believe Belichick actually is the GM.
So GM's the coach and the GM.
In New England's case, yes.
Okay, so my point is the coach has a lot more say in what goes on that field.
Especially media-wise, because they're constantly out there.
Or what goes on the field. Because the coach could literally lose his job and go, I don't care if you traded for Trey Lance, I'm not starting.
So look at Dallas then. Jerry Jones is the GM, the owner, and...
There needs to be a role for that, though, because I think it hurts teams.
No, Dallas is phenomenal. They just suck in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They haven't won a playoff. When's the last time they won a playoff game? What, 97? That was 3.
2000.
Dallas?
We did look at this, like 2008 or something stupid. No, maybe it was like 01. I don't remember. But anyway.
2018 was Cowboys' last playoff win.
It just slips my mind because they're just a shitty
piss
division.
me off, you little piglet son of a bitch.
Well, but I'm just saying, like, Dallas doesn't deserve a pick because they've had the owner for so long and that they haven't made a difference.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
I agree with you, and I also would say that
same thing with New England.
I also would say is in those positions, right? They eliminate a position. So if they hire somebody,
right,
maybe they get a compensatory pick because they actually risked putting someone in that position.
So like in New England's case, because Belichick is both the GM and the coach.
Where do you see New England on this list?
They have two. But
I think that's based on players lost, not based on.
Well, no, I'm just saying because a coach is also the GM. In this case, I don't think it happens too often.
Then you get both.
Top down.
You get both.
Well, no, you don't get both. I would say that you would get a fourth.
No, I think
because it's
both.
a bigger risk because you have one person doing two functions of.
You get both because you lose both of those positions.
No, you get less. You get none. I take a pick away, and you know why I take a pick away? Because someone doesn't get a job because someone's doing too much fucking work, and that's what the NFL's thinking. Is that we're trying our best to give more opportunities.
Why, as a business?
They don't care about the profitability of the team.
No, but as a business, whether it's the organization individually or the entire NFL, you have your company, right?
No,
and you're doing a good job. They're going to keep giving you more stuff at the same pay.
You're not listening to me. I agree with you. But the NFL doesn't care. It's about giving opportunities and looking good in the limelight.
Yes. Well, right.
So the only reason for compensatory picks, is for a public stunt.
Right. They're talking PR stuff, right?
%. It's because, hey, you lost somebody, you gave them a shot, here's a compensatory pick. Or, hey, you went out on a limb and you hired someone of diversity or equity and inclusion.
Right.
You got a compensatory pick. That's the only reason for it. I don't know how you got me on this strand.
That's NFL with Roger Goodell wanting the compensatory picks that way. But
I tried to shut this show down 25 minutes ago.
No, you didn't. We talked comp picks.
And Johnny straight up tells me, you know what he tells me? I don't want to talk politics in football. And this is
you brought it up.
This is the most political football has ever gotten is with compensatory picks. And it's insanity. And you're right. San Francisco does not deserve 7 comp story picks,
Not at all.
especially. And you know what the NFL
I would say
has
the
done?
limit should be 4 picks.
You know what the NFL is? There should be a limit. I agree. There should be a limit to how many picks the NFL can comp you. Because what's bullshit is San Francisco goes, fine, we'll just keep hitting in the 3rd round, and we'll keep trading our 1st and 2nd round because we know the NFL is going to comp us picks.
What if
And that's what they've done. They've gotten rewarded for bullshit ass trades.
What if Brock Purdy was a comp pick last year? Just
you
saying.
can tell? Look it up.
He might have been.
You can look at. He was the last pick overall.
Right.
Yeah, but
I don't know if that
they didn't win the Super Bowl.
No, but he also was undefeated when he was in.
Coming at you Wednesday. We will have a Wednesday show this week.
Okay.
We will be pulling off on Saturdays. We're gonna take a double look at it. And we're gonna see if our roster's not here. We're not gonna have a show. But I know I need a break because I have to clean up some stuff. I want to get the bar ready, and
He's gotta fix some
we
stuff
will
up
talk
there.
about this on Wednesday a little bit more at the end.
Definitely.
That being said, these guys revitalized me today. They helped me out, and I appreciate it. I'll give my takeaways at the end. Johnny, give me your takeaways for today's show.
Happy Easter. Safe travels, please. A lot of my family is traveling. I'm not sure how often or how many of you guys are, but be safe with your travels. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the Lord's Day, and God bless.
Wheels, give me yours, man.
Ham is better than turkey. That is all.
You don't do turkey on Thanksgiving. That's a stupid statement. My wife,
I'll take
mom straight up asked me if we were doing turkey.
I'll take ham year round.
I've heard people doing Easter
Easter turkeys?
Yes.
Whatever.
I got
Weirdos.
Slovenian sausages too. My
Peasants.
making
You peasants and your turkey. All right, lamb. That's what you're supposed to
lamb
do.
chops good too.
Lamb. All right, yeah, I agree with Johnny. God bless, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.
Like and subscribe, please.
Like, subscribe, share.
Jesus, let me get my
Comment.
takeaways in. I was going to say all of those things, and you guys do it. Right in.
Do it.
All right, guys. So, yeah, like, subscribe, share. This one was a little off the cuff, like we said. Apologize for that. We want to cover cornerbacks and safeties. We will get into that, and I will make sure that I have more information on that, and we're going to talk more about the draft. But one of the things we are going to do is coming up here. We are going to dive deep into this draft, and then what will happen after the draft is we're going to take a break. We will, after the draft, take about a month off, and then we will come back revitalized, energized, and ready to go into the offseason.
With a game plan for the rest of the year.
Yeah, and it's going to be more energy. Hopefully lighting's better. This is ridiculous. I don't know what to tell you. But outside of that, I hope everybody has a wonderful Easter weekend. And what?
I switched cameras on.
Oh, why do you do that? I'm over here now.
Hello.
Hopefully everybody has a wonderful Easter weekend and they enjoy this beautiful weather. It's supposed to, well, in Ohio, it's supposed to be 55 and sunny most of the weekend. You get to enjoy a little
I can't
bit of
drive
this.
55.
Molly
Hatchet reference.
55. So now you got me singing. All right, guys.
You're welcome.
Well, I was going to say something. Johnny's interrupting me every time I've tried to close. Every time. All right, guys.
Rodgers.
So you know what? Have a wonderful weekend.
Go
and we will see you
Indians.
Wednesday at 5:30.